just received in our newspaper.
We always talked about how he cured helped with like 1,000 people's blindness.
He cured their blindness.
But there was he cured their blindness
with his magic.
Yeah. But what was something recently? Was it deaf? That he helped 1,000 deaf people?
He brought back the deaf. Oh, deaf.
Deaf.
All I know about Mr. Beast is that he's on Fortnite. So like,
he was.
Yeah, he has a Fortnite skin.
You know too much about the Fortnite shop.
I was playing Fortnite today.
Were you?
Yeah.
You still?
I was on a party with her.
You still play that game heavy?
Yeah.
Was it that in Minecraft?
Minecraft's like, for a month I'll play like nonstop, and then like after
the urge hits you.
After like that, I'm like, I'm done for a couple months, and then I'll hop back in.
So because you play like all games that like we're not. The thing is, when we were playing games,
you're not epic gamers.
I'm not big gamer. I'm not a big gamer guy. I was only like, I liked Call of Duty and lately just DayZ.
NHL.
I play NHL like here and there, but that's just like if I'm like super bored and I got nothing to do. And if honest to God, I'm usually waiting for him or something. Like I'll be like, I'll play a game of NHL before we play DayZ, because me and him do play DayZ a lot now.
Yeah.
But it's not like I've never played where. Remember when we went to Izzy's and you were playing like you
Mario
just
Kart?
Was it Mario Kart or the Smash?
Probably both. But
Smash,
Kart,
was it Smash Bros?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mario Kart, everyone's like talking too much shit.
Yeah.
And then like I come out of nowhere and just beat all
But the
of
thing
them.
is though, is that you're so good at it because no one else in that like party was playing.
Yeah.
Like as heavy as you and Izzy. So you and Izzy were just winning the entire time.
Izzy's friend Louise. I think that's his name.
I don't know.
Long hair.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
No.
But
I have no idea.
he was talking a lot of shit to me about, I'm the best at Mario Kart, and then like
I
stepped up and I didn't lose.
Stepped up to the plate, eh?
Yeah, I didn't lose. So
dude, you gotta when you're in that batter's box for for goddamn Mario Kart, it's a true
violent.
test.
It gets violent.
It does get violent.
Yeah.
Me and I remember I had Mario Kart for the Wii.
It's great.
Like
Did you have the steering wheel?
Yeah, I had the steering wheel and everything. And then I remember if me and my siblings were playing, we would have two steering wheels, but then the third person wouldn't. So it's always like the
so
youngest sibling.
They just had the Wii stick. And
they just had the Wii. Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't imagine just having the Wii stick. That's gotta feel like
awful.
We play Mario Kart at Tyler's a lot, and Aaron gets very angry at me because I'll beat him, and he's like, "That's not fair. I'm not ready." And then I'll still beat him.
What do you mean he's not ready?
Like
you didn't get a warm up?
I guess I'm just better at.
You're
Mario
not
Kart
doing
than
a whole
I'm
warm-up
coming for him right
series?
now. I hope he's listening to this because I'm coming for him in Mario Kart. I'm better than him.
What we've learned is none of our friends do.
I've listened to a couple of them. I'm not a big podcast guy to begin with, so like I'd rather listen to music. But
Zach said once we got a camera, he was like, "It's way better watching you guys."
Well, yeah.
Also, another person said that to me as well. They're like, "Oh, I never listened." Like it was listening, no, but they're like watching you guys. They're hilarious. They need the shit that we do.
You need
Yeah.
to see the guys in here.
Yeah.
So what? Do you guys put it on YouTube now or SoundCloud?
Yeah, we're on
SoundCloud
YouTube.
Doesn't have video, but
No, but Spotify does.
yeah. Oh wait, does that video too?
Yeah, Spotify on Spotify. Yeah, we do the video. Yeah.
I didn't know that. I've listened on like a couple occasions, but I'm like if a couple of my like best friends are on it, then I'll listen to it. But
Yeah. Dude, we had Matt Terrio in here the other day.
Oh, did you?
We had Matt and Aaron. It was funny. We started. It took what did we time?
11 seconds.
It was 11 seconds to convince Aaron to get on.
11 seconds?
Yeah, because he was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna sit in the back,"
Oh.
and we're like, "Just get on! Like, what are you doing?"
Special guest.
Yeah, and then we literally just we started, and we were just like, "Okay, we're talking shit about Aaron for the first little bit," and he was just sitting in the back. 11 seconds took him in, sat down. He's like, "Fine, let's do it." Like, I'm gonna be in. I'm gonna fucking chill. But I love having
too, right?
Who?
Tyler?
Moose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was like one of the beginning
Way
ones.
near the start. Didn't go well.
When
we weren't great at talking to people yet.
We weren't great at talking to people yet, but we all like. It's also funny at the time when we were doing it. It was like I would take like high milligram edibles, and then try and talk. Like I'd be on one of my rants I'm talking about, and I'd be like, I forgot what I was saying.
What are we doing here?
And then I had to actually like slow it down. But except recently, I did take edibles with Matt Terrio on the podcast.
There you go.
Yeah,
is it his homemade ones or like did you buy
It was these ones right here.
Oh, okay.
They were melted. I had to cut them up with a knife.
Yeah, I mean, still works, right?
They were picking what
process.
color of the mound they wanted.
What was it, gummies?
Yeah, he was. I'm like, okay, you eat the green. He's like, I don't want to eat the green.
Why?
It was really big. The green was the biggest part.
Matt just doesn't like the color green.
Yeah, no,
I
that's
wouldn't
what
doubt
that's
that,
what I
yeah.
got out of that. He has something against green, but
Hates playing as Luigi in Mario Kart.
does he?
So, yeah.
Oh, okay, maybe it
actually,
did. Maybe it did. No, it could be.
That's deep-seated childhood trauma coming out of it.
Yeah, no, we gave him that. But he's always funny, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I like when we how I find it cool how we started hanging out with Matt was like when we went to Matt
Scalzo's
Scalzo's
show, yeah.
show, and he was there.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is the first thing he said to me was forklift certified, because he listened to our podcast at the time, and I was
He's
like,
a true
yeah.
friend. That's why.
Yeah, and I was like, and I was hammered by the time I got in there, and I looked at him and I was like, yeah, man, you want to be on it? Like, and he was just like, sure, bro. He came on and made us all, like, the first time, and made us all just die. Like, he was telling this story of his grandma, and we could not stop fucking laughing, dude. He was
She
like,
wasn't a quitter, bro.
she wasn't quitter. He goes, me and God are good.
Yeah.
Me and God are good. We
God
don't
are good.
Like, I haven't
know.
seen Matt since like high school. So like,
up until that point.
yeah, up until that point, we didn't see him since
Yeah.
high school. So like, it was really nice seeing him there. I think he just showed up like to support Scalzo,
Yeah.
obviously, but like that's what got us to hang out again.
He's actually a huge fan of like music like that around
Oh, yeah.
here. Like, he's a huge
Yeah.
fan. Like, he's like, oh, this band's good, bro. He was saying, I don't know how much he talks about it like with you guys, but he was like doing his own thing again, like trying to get in a band and shit.
I don't know if he mentioned it to me, but probably to like Aaron and Tyler. They're always hanging out, but my work schedule is too weird. So like,
Yeah.
Why? Because you're all over the place.
yeah. So it's like I'll be closing one night and then I'll be opening the next night. Like yesterday or the day before, I was like 3 to 10, and then like tomorrow I'm 8 to 4. So like, it's just back and forth.
And then tomorrow you're 8 to 4.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I don't
I'm training a
miss
new
doing
kid too, so like,
Oh yeah.
I can't even not go.
What is
I
it still McDonald's right now?
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't found an apprenticeship yet. The whole battery plant situation. So
For figuring it out, bro.
I know. I'm just gonna apply to the union.
Yeah.
You should. Yeah.
My brother did that for electrician. He's in an electrician
Wrong
union.
trade.
Wrong trade.
Wrong trade.
Fucking Sparkies.
Oh my god.
I'd rather hang out with the shit slingers.
Because like at St. Clair, there's like in the plumbing shop, it's split in half. It's half plumbers, half electrical. So like, you know, there's just beef constantly. It's all friendly beef, but like at the same
It's
time,
all
like,
friendly
you're in
beef.
the wrong trade.
It's like, oh yeah, no, I'll fuck you up though.
Yeah,
if you
you're a
come to
piece of
this
shit.
side, if you come to this, I will fuck your shit up.
Yeah. But it was a pretty fun experience. I liked it.
What was the initial thing that you were like, plumbing's it?
I don't know. I don't like sitting still. So
Yeah.
like working with my hands, like even in high school, like with masonry, with carpentry, and then like after high school, my grandpa would call me like, "Oh, come build this fence with me. Come build this deck with me." And being like 15, I'm like, "This is stupid. I don't want this." And then like
No 15-year-old does.
exactly, I
Yeah.
want to go play video games with my friends. I mean, I still do, but like, but now at least like I like working with my hands. It makes me feel like accomplished and like
Like, you're saying you couldn't imagine yourself sitting at like a desk.
No.
Yeah.
never.
no,
I could even like my classes for college when I wasn't in the shop, couldn't stand it. Like sitting in the chair for 2 hours to 7 hours, hated it.
Yeah, I don't know. We talked about that the one day, when it was me and him, and I was like, yeah, dude, I couldn't imagine myself like sitting in an office. I don't know what I
I would
can't
get
do
bored.
it. I think it was that, but I feel like, just to be fair, I've always done like manual labor my whole life, and like it's always been like, oh, that's how the day goes by.
Yeah, the day gets to a butt.
Yeah, because you're
more
constantly
shit you
moving
do.
around. You're
Like,
doing something.
right? Like, think about if, especially like when you had to go to school for your training, or even you too. Like, those days usually kind of drag a little more because you're kind of like sitting down, like watching the clock, hoping
like,
it kind of goes by fast.
my Monday classes were theory, so it was a 7-hour day. It was 3 hours of lunch and then 3 more hours. So
you pull
like,
that mic a little closer.
Sorry, it was 3 hours, then another 3 hours with like a lunch in the middle. So like it was just like, my teacher was a nice guy, but like I don't want to sit and listen to someone talk for 7 hours.
I don't think anyone really does. Sometimes
No.
it's
So-
I mean, I guess it depends what it is, but
Yeah, so like in the shops, like they were like 4 to 7 hour days. So at least that way, like I was constantly moving. There wasn't a clock sitting there taunting me and saying, "Hey, you're still here for 6 hours. Get used to it." So like it felt good.
that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair because like, bro, I had to do my certification for my forklift license like 2 weeks ago.
That's close. You know, you have a podcast. So
Well, it
You
was
have
coming
to
up.
have
It's
it.
getting expired. I have to keep up with it. I said even if I for some reason did not need a forklift license, I would keep up to
it's
date
good
with
to
it.
have.
Just want to have it. Just want to
So-
have it on deck.
I'm hoping that like your guests don't have to have the certification because I'm not forklift certified.
You don't have it?
No.
End this podcast right
right.
now.
Get me out of here. Remove him.
I figured it was
Be
part
gone.
I'll leave.
No.
I figured it was part of your schooling.
No.
Oh, you're right. You guys don't have to lift anything. That's my bad.
Oh shit! Here we go.
You know all these heavy pipes that like.
Oh yeah. So you really guys are moving them.
Well, my teacher, he asked me and one other kid, Zach. He's like, "Can you move this pipe from like outside in the yard to like in the shop?" And it was 20 feet long and it was like 6 inches in diameter, and it's all steel. It was like over 100 pounds. Well, I don't know how much actually, but it was super heavy.
Yeah.
So he gets like 2 of the skinniest guys there to lift it. So we had to get 5 guys to lift it and like carry it like the 200 feet into the shop.
Damn.
It sucked. It was terrible. And then it sat there for 2 months because no one wanted to move it.
That's usually how things go in a shop.
Yeah.
Where something's too heavy, it's like we'll leave it there. We're not gonna fuck
Someone will
with
figure
it.
it out eventually.
Yeah.
And then they
There's a
ended up
use for
cutting it in
that.
half, and then like it was a little bit easier to lift at
There
that
you
point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's usually, dude. When we were doing the forklift recertification, this guy for the first, like, let me tell you, for the first hour and 10 minutes, there was not one mention about forklifts. This dude was just talking about how he got at the casino, he loves to play golf, and he kicks his wife's ass in Scrabble. Like
I
that
thought
was
you
it.
were gonna leave- I thought you were just gonna leave that kicks his wife's ass. Scrabble, but I'm like, damn, all right. This
Kicked
guy's
his
just
wife's
really-
ass in Scrabble, and he was like telling, like, he goes, she was challenging me on words and shit, and I was like, damn, like this was like the first hour and 10 minutes of our
You need the
forklift.
lore. You need the backstory.
Yeah.
You can't just
Here's
like,
who I
go
am
talk
as a
to
man.
someone.
Yeah, and he's like, okay, let's get into forklifts now. Now that you guys know mine, now you know. And then he actually went around the room and was like curious what everyone else does around. So it was like this was the only ever training where it's not the dude just sitting there being like, I'm so and so.
Here's a slideshow.
Yeah, here's a slideshow. This
Well, it's
dude
good,
was
though.
yeah. Honestly, it kind of made it fun in a way.
Oh, yeah.
It kind of made it fun just because like this dude, bro. And then he midway through, he was just talking about his new Tempur-Pedic mattress that he got or whatever. Like just halfway through, like he was like, I'm done talking about forklifts. He kind of was just like, I'm gonna fuck around with this class and see how it can.
Well, he's
He was
still
trying to
getting
get that overtime.
Yeah,
he's still
he's trying to
getting
push
paid.
it.
And like, if you already finished everything, why not just mess around, right?
yeah. Plus he traveled for that. So like he would they pay for all of his like
So wait, he came from like Toronto or something, or like?
yeah, he said like Cambridge or something.
Oh, okay.
I think that's where he came from. But he said he just goes all over Ontario just to teach people how to like forklift training.
That's
and
pretty
that's
cool.
it. He said it's pretty sick because like you're only usually gone it's either a day or 2 day classes.
Yeah.
And he said for the most part they pay for everything and it doesn't matter. Like if you work 2 hours, you get paid for 8. And if you work 8 hours, you get paid for 8. Like it didn't matter. Like that's
Yeah.
just how it would go. And I'm like, damn, bro. Imagine this fucking teaching
be
people
nice.
how to drive a forklift. Like that's
That'd be
cool.
pretty
That's a
tight.
cool fucking gig, man.
See, I'm saying that's nice, but like, I gotta learn how to drive a forklift before like I can teach anyone that. So.
Are
It's
they
not
gonna-
hard.
I'm pretty sure if you do get that job for the union, they make you go,
Yeah,
right?
there's
They
like-
train you for that.
No. Depends
They-
on
Well,
your,
I
depends on your
know,
union.
like before you start anything, there's like 2-3 weeks of like just straight like safety and like training for everything. I think they do like scaffold like training and safety. I went over it like briefly in college, but
Yeah.
like I'm not certified for like any of that yet. So
Are you done the course now?
yeah, I'm done. It's only a year.
It's only.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's actually
so
sick.
you just got to get in the union.
Yeah, I just gotta get.
I have also a
just gotta get
question.
a
Did you pay for that? The
yeah,
course.
it was. I think it was like $4,400.
Okay, I thought it was
like
honestly gonna be a lot more.
Well, I got a $7,000 loan from the for like OSAP, which I was gonna get a grant.
Yeah.
But then because my program's only a year, they're like, oh, you only get a loan. So,
God
like,
bless the government.
so now I gotta start paying that in like December, but like I have time and like hopefully I'll be working by then. And I can do like payments. I don't
Yeah.
have to fork over $7,000 at once and like, damn, now I'm just broke. But,
Yeah.
yeah, they my teacher was talking about he's trying to make the program like 2 to 3 years. So like I just missed it. Like,
Why did he want it 2 to 3 years? Do you
So-
think there's more?
because in the year like they cram in so much stuff. It was such like at first it was like a shock to learn everything because like I went in there with like just like basic like I know how to use tools and like
Shit
carpentry
flows
and-
downhill knowledge.
Exactly. Like I know like the default stuff, but like overall like the stuff I was doing at the end of the year was like second year apprentice stuff. So like I learned stuff that I shouldn't even have been really like doing yet. But I get no apprenticeship hours for it.
Yeah.
But the what are the high school students that are going in for 2 months and learning everything basically that we learned, they get a whole year off their apprenticeship.
If you go,
Yeah.
if you go and get hired by the union, they will make you do apprenticeship hours, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I got to
You
do
have
it's
to.
9,000 hours.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like 6,500 something like of like working, and then the rest of it's schooling. So every like year and a half, I'm back at St. Clair for 2 months, like doing like schooling and like in
How
the
long?
shops.
How long is your apprentice? 3 years?
5 years,
5 years.
4 to 5. Like,
Yeah, they always say for plumbers, and I think electricians are always 4 to 5 years.
yeah.
They do that, and my sister's boyfriend Josh, he's actually been on the podcast. He
Oh, yeah?
he is plumbing. I think he's doing
trip.
an apprenticeship right now. Yeah,
that's good.
yeah, man. He says he likes it. He
Yeah,
says he does
honestly-
not mind it at all.
It's good money. Like sure, like your first like year or two of being an apprentice might suck. Like you're gonna be lifting everything that no one wants to lift. You're gonna
Yeah.
be digging holes,
Yeah.
like drilling holes. Like
But it's kind of like you kind of got to pay your dues.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, even the way my dad used to explain that kind of stuff, he goes, yeah, but if you're getting early, like, because Josh is only 19, 20 years old. So it's like the fact that he got a kind of a head start on it.
He's going to be done by the time
it's
you're
like, bro,
24,
if you live
25.
at home,
yeah,
you have no real, like, serious bills to pay. Like, you should be okay for that little bit. But once you get going, like, especially you, it didn't take long for your thing to climb up the ladder.
Oh no, I got to the max within a year.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like,
he's good at talking to people.
Well,
I am good at talking to people.
he's just good at being a worker. I think
Yeah,
most
that's true.
things
And I worked a lot.
when it comes to that, especially you did because the thing with you is like you never rejected time or overtime. You never bitched about it. You
Even
just
at
did
McDonald's.
it. Even
like,
at
he was
McDonald's,
constantly
even at
working.
McDonald's, he's right. But that I think that shows a lot. I think, and personally, because it's like, oh, he's not bitching about the work. Like, this kid. And then you do get the climb. Yeah, you got to work a little bit, but I think you
It is
kind
what
of.
it is. You're getting
You know
paid
why
still,
I got
so,
the
like,
job I got now?
I can tell you.
One day I worked a 20-hour shift, and we were 19 and a half hours in. And my boss saw me carrying 2 2x4s along the edge of a 400-foot stretch. And he saw I was like kind of falling because I hadn't slept or anything or eaten that day because I had no breaks or lunches. And he goes, he's going to make it. And that's why I have my job now.
It's this kid now. He's got it.
Who's gonna lift the boat? That's some David. They were like, "This is the David Goggins of construction. This is who this guy is." Those manual.
That was a
labor.
rough day.
Yeah, those shifts. Those
Well,
shifts
I
are
even
long.
remember at McDonald's because like if a manager called in, like at one point we were just short staffed. So like if a manager called in, he already worked an 8 to 4. He would stay for that 4 to 12 or like 11 to 7.
Dude, this guy would come downtown to meet me to dance with me on the dance floor, busting it down, and then would drive me home and be like, "Got to go to work,"
Yep.
and then leave.
Yep.
Like that's how he would do it. And I'd be like, "Man, good
Well,
for
like,
him. He's a
back-
worker, that boy."
A couple years ago, like when I was like the kitchen day staff at McDonald's, I was a 7 to 3. So like he'd be working at full midnights, and then I get to work, and then like like the 6 to 2 manager called in, so he would just stay all the way till 2 or 3 o'clock, and then he'd go home and sleep and come back for midnights again.
Buddy.
It's crazy. I can never do it.
I hated myself. I still do. That's why I like my job. I view it as punishment.
You view it as punishment.
Okay.
I gotta work. You gotta work.
Working hard though, so like
Yeah.
That's all. That's all. My, especially with my Italian side, that's all conversations are. It's just like, how's work?
you're working now, right?
And
You're
if
still
if
working,
if
so
work
work
is
on.
good, then like they're like that means
Life good.
Life's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Life's good that you working long hours. You got long hours in there. Like yeah.
Back to like the whole what helped me like decide plumbing too. Like Liv's dad, like he's a carpenter, so
yeah.
he kind of helped me. Like
Yeah, I
decide,
remember
like,
you
oh,
were.
like, are you gonna like trades are a good safe bet? Like good job, good money, job security for the most part. So,
Yeah.
like
We actually preach the trades a lot
Yeah.
on here.
trades are honestly like
it is
they're
pronounced. It's pronounced car painter, by the way.
great. Oh, I was confused for a second, but I get it now. Car painter.
Lazy bastards.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
while I was in college, Gavin Campbell was there for his apprenticeship for carpentry, and he
Yeah?
was in his like last year. So like we had lunch together a few times because he'd be there like when I was there.
Uh-huh.
It was good seeing him. I haven't seen Gavin in a long time either. He's a nice guy.
It's dude. It's kind of. I like almost talking to people that I haven't seen in high school for a long time. Like even
Yeah.
people I wasn't like necessarily close with. Like I went to John Max the other day. I seen like Mitch McMillan,
Okay.
Cole Truant. Like all of them were there. I said hi to them, and then we actually had not that long ago Tony
Alice?
Lass on.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
He was on. He was on the podcast. He brought us a cake, bro. Brought us
That
a
was
full-
pretty
I didn't
sick.
I have my Switch. But that's because I'm going to Liv's house afterwards, so I can play.
Oh,
Legend
that
of
wasn't
Zelda.
for us.
Oh, I thought
You
he was
weren't
gonna
giving
hook
us
it
a-
up.
Play Mario.
You
Kart. Like,
weren't getting
you
the
guys want to lose at Mario Kart.
I
Like,
thought I
I'm
was
all
getting
for
the
it.
Switch. I thought I was getting a Switch
No,
today.
you're not getting it. You
Oh.
can play with it though.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. We're gonna take it from him.
We're already in the basement.
We're already in the basement. We lock doors automatically.
Goddamn.
No, but it was nice having him on and just talking to him, seeing what like, cause he lives in Toronto now too.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, and he was just saying like stuff that he's like learning. He's like, it's not worth driving. He goes, don't fucking drive. It's not worth it there.
Wow.
He was dating
I think
Yeah.
he's engaged now
Yeah.
to Rita.
Congratulations, Sam.
Yeah, congratulations.
I wasn't really too close with them in high school, but like,
Mhm. No,
we can reach
they were always nice. Like
they
anytime
were
I
always
seen them
super
downtown,
nice.
they were always nice. I always got a drink with them,
Yeah.
shit like that. And bro, the homeboy just brought us a full ass cake. It
That's
was
awesome.
funny.
I'll bring something next time. Like,
that's-
next time I'll bring something.
We don't tell people to bring us anything. Some people just like one time Matt Terrio came in
Whole
with
thing of
focaccia
bread. It was awesome.
We ate it. We just ate the whole thing.
Maybe I'll bring like a set of Legos and we can just build Legos the whole time.
Okay, I'm down.
Play
That's
Uno.
different.
You can get an Uno game going.
Ooh, buddy.
You
Like that-
can't.
We have
I'm not gonna do it
Why?
because you keep making me try to do it, and that makes me
Uno?
want to do it even less.
What, to play Uno?
Yeah, damn
Uno's
right.
so much fun.
Why?
I'm trying for 2 years to get me to play Uno now.
Do you not like Uno?
I don't like that you want me to do it.
Uno's fun. What
That's
do you
right.
mean?
That's right.
What are you against Uno for?
Just because you want me to play
Are
it.
you like a,
That's just insane.
are you a crazy eights kind of guy or like?
I'm poker or
Goldfish?
nothing.
Oh,
He's I want to spend it all. Want to risk
Spend all
losing
my
that.
money?
I want all in first hand.
Do you know
Show
that-
me the river.
Do you know that scene in Family Guy where he goes, "You like I want to go place a bet for a sports team or whatever," and it's like I like to bet $500, and it's like, would you like to pick a team? He goes, nope, just keep it.
is that one of the newer episodes?
No, it was,
I'm behind like 2 or 3 seasons. I kind of like poop myself out of Family Guy.
Really?
Because
I don't know.
I watch it nonstop from like high school up until like 2
I
years
still
ago,
watch
so
it. I still watch it.
I'll put it on here and there, but now like I've been trying to watch a lot of anime instead of like the same show over and over and over again. So like,
It's just the comfort show.
it is, yeah. Like I started watching Trailer Park Boys again. Like here and
Yeah.
there, like when I'm not watching anything else.
Trailer Park Boys is so funny.
Oh, top tier show.
Yeah.
Like not even just Canadian show, just top tier show. Like period.
Yeah, no, it's a really good show. Like they did, like for it being, I don't think it was like a low budget show.
Yeah.
They did phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like with just the tools they had.
Oh, it was great because like it was just in that trailer park and like
It was just
eventually
in
they
that-
ended up getting like Snoop Dogg and other celebrities on it too. Like by the
That
end
was
of it.
wild.
But that was because
Yeah.
like Netflix just decided they wanted to do
Yeah.
it. Like I think Netflix bought it and they were like, let's keep like people are interested in this.
Yeah.
I think the beginning like seasons are the
Yeah.
best because it's like like the one scene where he's trying to convince Julian to go out to the barbecue with him, like
Oh,
the
yeah.
Randy's picnic or whatever. And he goes, "Look, Julian, the vacuum's my cock." And like he's just standing there with the vacuum, the fucking pouch underneath his nuts.
One of my favorite episodes. It used to kind of scare me actually, but do you remember Conky?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like so like he took over Butters basically, right?
Yeah.
Or Bubbles, not
Bubbles.
Butters. I'm thinking South Park.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
been watching too much TikTok, so like I'll see random South Park clips.
Yeah.
But and then eventually they like throw him in the fire or something, or like in a swamp.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they end
do-
up bringing him back like years
Yeah.
later, and he's like mangled and like destroyed. Used to scare me as a kid.
Even more evil.
He was that, and then I remember because the reason they got Conky was to get Bubbles because his tooth was infected, and they
Yeah.
wanted to go to pull it. And it's funny, like that scene of them going into the hospital. So it's Ricky has glue like a. He was fucking with a train or whatever.
Yeah.
And he has like the
Model
Gorilla
glue?
glue.
Yeah.
And it's stuck to his face, so he's like this. And then you got Bubbles in there with a fucking with a swollen ass face, his puppet. And then Julian's answering them. He goes, "Okay, what's your guy's address?" And he goes, "He lives in my shed. He lives in his car." And he wanted to, and Ricky wanted to smoke, so he's like the clot's in his face, so he's trying to put a cigarette and he's trying to light it, and he goes, "You can't smoke in here." So he goes, "What do you mean I can't smoke in here?" "What do you mean?" And then he goes outside to take a piss. Piss in the rocks.
Did you guys like the animated series? Did you watch it?
I watched a
the
little
I
bit.
like the
Yeah.
first season. I didn't mind it.
I didn't
Yeah, I
mind
watched
it.
a little bit of the first season. It was funny, but like it's not the same,
No.
especially
No.
after Mr. Leahy
Leahy,
passed
yeah.
away.
Well,
RIP
it's like,
legend.
bro, because like everyone will say like, "Oh, shows are falling off." It's like there is only so much you can do before it's
Yeah.
like, you know, you're starting to kind of fight for like ideas. I would imagine as a
Exactly, yeah.
writer, you know what I mean? Like even Always Sunny's like that. Like
I
Always
never
Sunny.
actually watched that.
No,
No?
you never watch Always
I
Sunny?
know you've like been telling me to watch it for like.
You should watch
You
it.
should
It's
watch
fucking-
it. They're on season 16 right now.
See,
bro.
like that. You telling me season 16 makes me not want to watch it.
Why?
There's so much.
Oh,
There's
well,
just so much. I
Trust
kind of
me.
like knowing that.
yeah.
Yeah, but like I don't know.
I-
I mean,
so-
once I get into it, like sure, maybe I'll like it. But like
You know what? I'm the same way. I saw there was 7 seasons in Clone Wars. I'm like, fuck it, I'll skip
that's
it.
the right choice though.
No,
Yeah.
I'm on season 4 now.
See, but it's good though.
It is.
Like 7 seasons is like I feel like 7 to 10 seasons is like
That's reasonable.
that
Perfect
because
show.
yeah, like you know, like there's like a lot, but there's not like crazy. Like Aaron has told me so many times to watch One Piece, There's like
Who has that
1,300
time?
episodes. I am not watching 1,300 episodes of an anime that started in the 90s. That is too much. There's too much to watch.
Yeah, that is a lot.
Plus, like with like early anime, like it was the case with like Naruto for one, but like that's why I haven't watched it. But Dragon Ball as well. Like there was so much like filler of them just standing there monologuing and like charging up. Like Goku versus Frieza, it was just like 10 episodes of them saying the same things. Yeah, and then like the next episode they cover half of what they said like the previous episode. So like that's what's stopping me from watching One Piece and Naruto. It's just too much.
That's you know what, that's fair. But the reason I start rewatching The Walking Dead again.
Great show. I just did that like last year.
Did you?
Yeah.
Like of all the 11 seasons?
Yeah, because I watched up until like I think season 10 was out. And then like season 11 was about to be on, so I'm like, I'll just rewatch it again.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing because it's finally all out now.
Yeah.
So I said I'm gonna rewatch it all, and then we talked about it last Monday meetup. We were talking about how they're doing Daryl's thing comes out in September. I think they
and then,
said
Maggie and Negan have a show.
That comes out soon. I think that comes out like next week or something like that.
Yeah, I've been seeing trailers and stuff for it.
So we said that we were gonna watch all of like the Walking, and then I want to watch the Fear the Walking Dead.
I never got into it.
I guess that's just like the same thing, but it's in a different location.
Yeah, but like I watched like when it first came out because I think it was like 2015 or something.
Yeah, it was 2015 when it dropped.
It was like right as like the apocalypse started. So like with Rick, obviously like he's in a coma, so you don't like see like how it happens. But with Fear the Walking Dead, like it follows like I don't know the kid's name.
First couple days.
Yeah, like it's literally like as it's happening.
Yeah.
So.
I kind of wanted to watch all this first, like all that, and then I want to go to that, and then I'm hoping at that point we might as well get. I think we're gonna get the AMC subscription.
Yeah.
And watch all of that, and then when Daryl's thing comes out and Rick and Michonne's thing.
Yeah, all those shows are gonna be so good. I'm really looking forward to this Negan and Maggie one. Yeah. Because like Negan's just a great character. Yeah. Like, at first when he shows up, I'm like, oh, I hate this douchebag.
Dude.
And then, like a season later, like I love this douchebag.
Dude, he was such a character. Like in the beginning, where he was just an evil bro. This motherfucker sat down and ate spaghetti with this homeboy's family.
Yeah.
And then just was like, "What's going on, Rick?"
Shaved his face with Rick's razor too.
Yeah,
as his son just stood there with a baby.
Yeah, but like to be fair, like he was always like he loved Carl. Like he was so nice to Carl, and like he only did because Rick was kind of a dick towards Negan.
Yeah,
it's justified because like
I don't know.
Say I show up to your house like half your shit's mine. Yeah. And next week, half of that's mine.
Oh, you mean it was justified for Rick to be a dick?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were saying what Negan was doing was justified.
I mean, no.
I was like, I don't know if he qualifies.
No, it wasn't. But like, Rick was rightfully a dick back to Negan.
Yes.
Because, like,
especially now, I'm rewatching it this time. I'm really paying attention because we had a guy, Justice, come on here, and we started talking about The Walking Dead, and he was like a fan of it, and he was like. Bro, by season 4, Rick started moving like Shane. And I'm actually paying attention to that. He goes, he did. Because when they escaped Terminus, Rick wanted to go back and kill all of them.
Oh, yeah.
And they were like, everyone was like, Rick, we don't do that. And he was like, no, we do.
Yeah.
Like, we are those people now.
Season 4.
Yeah. Well, you run into a group of cannibals. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That season, like season 4 through like whenever they first get to like Alexandria, like where he grows that big beard. Rick was on demon mode the entire time.
I just finished the episode where they're getting Beth at that hospital.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Oh, fuck.
And when he becomes like a bad motherfucker where he's chasing that one cop down and he hits him with the fucking car.
Yeah.
Hits him with the fucking car and then stands over top of him. And he goes, man, I think he broke my back. And he goes, you just had to stop. You just had to stop.
I want to point out that whole time, the whole episode, he's been using that silenced pistol. He was like literally 2 seconds. He was doming walkers with the silenced pistol. But when this dude was laying on the ground, he goes, "I'm pulling the revolver out."
Oh yeah, it's a disrespect kind of thing.
Yeah, it was disrespectful as fuck.
No reason.
It was disrespectful as fuck.
The thing that I honestly think that made him like you remember when like Carl was about to get like molested by that guy and Rick bit like the guy's jugular.
Dude,
that's what made him go like crazy.
It just turned.
That was my favorite arc of Rick
wild.
Too. Yeah.
That was like when you first watch it, like when you're not expecting it, where he's like literally just like sitting there. It's like,
what are you gonna do now, Sonny?
Yeah, and he fucking just bites his neck, starts just beating motherfuckers. Michonne takes this dude's gun, fucking bang, shoots his ass. Yeah. Fuck, dude.
Well, even Daryl was looking like, what the fuck is going on over there?
That went crazy. Yeah, but like when that came out, I was watching it like as it was releasing, like weekly, like in high school. Like I think I stopped around like season like after like Glenn died.
Yeah.
Like, I think that a lot of people kind of like stopped
We're like
watching after that.
we're like done with it. Yeah.
Yeah, like I continued the rest of that season because I think that was like they revealed who it was at the start of the season.
They do.
So I finished that season, then I'm like, I'm not watching anymore because that's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, that was crazy seeing Rick take that bite and like just everything. Watching it weekly was so much fun because you never knew what was gonna happen.
Bro, you used to have to like. I'd be hanging out with people and they would be like, "Oh, I have to go home. Like I have to go home at 9.
Yeah.
I have to go watch this."
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, and you know,
I get it completely.
And
yeah.
the thing is, because I wasn't like following it in the beginning. Like I remember I tried watching it. I think when Netflix came, like finally had it. I think they had 5 or 6 seasons out.
Yeah.
And I think I watched up to like season 6, and then I stopped. And then some time went by, and I didn't want to really like jump back in it because it was some time, and I forgot. And then I rewatched it all the way up to season, I think the end of season 9. No, we watched season 10 together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
we
did.
watched, and then we watched a little bit of season 11. Then I stopped, and he watched all of it. And he's like, "Bro, you got to watch that, like the rest of it." And I'm like, "Fuck it, dog. I'm gonna rewatch the whole ass thing." And then we started recently talking about like we should just watch all of them.
It was nice in high school because a lot of people watched it. Like there was those people like, "This is stupid. I'm not watching The Walking Dead. Everyone's watching it, so like
Yeah.
I'm not watching it." But
Bro,
then,
that
like,
was like people like that with the. To be honest, I'd never watched it, but Game of Thrones.
yeah, I never got into it.
I never got into it. I
have all the books in my back seat right now.
I
Thanks,
heard the
Matt.
books are really good too.
when I was taking care of Ian, he was into that show.
I forgot about you.
Yeah, he was taking watching that show, and I would come in, and I'm like, I'm just not into it,
Yeah.
like that kind of stuff. Like, it's probably a really good show. Like, I'm not saying it's not a good show, but I don't know. I couldn't get into it.
Yeah, like I don't know, like RJ. Yeah, can I get some more water?
Yeah, fuck.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Get hydrated in here.
Yeah, like RJ and Peter were very into Game of Thrones in high school.
I could see
So
that.
like I tried to watch it, and I love like medieval like stuff. Like I've played Skyrim a million times, and like I just played through all the Dark Souls
You
games.
said the forbidden name.
What?
Skyrim. Now I gotta replay that
Yeah,
shit
now
again.
you have to. I started a playthrough on the 10-year anniversary, and they did like all the extra stuff for it. So like thank you.
Oh my god, no problem.
They still have like I started a modded playthrough at that point, so it's been like a year and a half, and I'm still like I dabble in it every couple of weeks. I'll hop in, do a couple of quests, and like get out.
Yeah.
But like mods made it so much more like
so cool.
more fun because like it was the same thing over and over again. So like now it's finally different.
Yeah, I was that way with New Vegas.
But yeah, I could never get into Game of Thrones. I love all that stuff, but like I think it was the same thing where people were with Walking Dead. Like everyone loved it and everyone watched it. So like
I never
I'm not
watched.
watching this.
I never watched Stranger Things either.
That's a good show.
I heard it was good.
Season I don't remember which. I think it's season 2. 11 like runs away and turns like goth.
Yeah, it was
And
sick.
like I hated.
Oh,
the art.
I forgot.
I
You
watched the first 2 seasons.
I'm caught
After
up.
she stopped being goth is when I stopped
Well,
watching.
like when she ran away, like that whole like arc, like everything else that was happening, I loved it. But like that part with 11, I just
With her
couldn't.
sister and shit.
Yeah, I couldn't stand any of that.
Yeah.
Like I hated it. So like when I watched season 2, like I dread it every single time. But season 4 was really good. Same with season 3 as well. Yeah. Season 4 was really dark.
Did you ever watch Ozark?
No,
Bro,
I heard to watch it.
you should
but
give
yeah.
that one a shot because you've seen Breaking Bad.
So okay, about Breaking Bad, I watched it in high school with RJ because we'd go to his house for lunch,
Yeah.
or like after school, and so we'd watch it. And then like one day, I'm like, "Hey, you ready to watch?" He's like, "I don't want to watch this anymore,"
Oh, you just got
and
tired
just
of it.
stopped it. And I didn't have like Netflix at the time,
Oh,
so like
that's how you were
that
watching.
was
it.
my
Yeah.
only choice to watch it. So RJ's like, "I don't want to watch this," and then just stopped. So I'm like, "Okay."
he just gave up on it. He was like,
I
nah.
think we're like almost done season 1, or like maybe started season 2.
Okay, here's a good question. Are you somebody that could start multiple different shows?
I mean I can, but I prefer not to.
I can't.
Like I bought like the Adventure Time like all 10 seasons collection because I love that show.
Uh-huh.
Like it's one of my favorite shows of all time.
I've never seen
So-
it, but I've heard good things.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like it's nonsense.
I should
Like,
actually give it a shot.
It's like you know how like cartoons like they'll be like there's no point. Like Family Guy, the episodes don't really connect.
Yeah.
Adventure Time, like the episodes connect, but they don't. It's just 2 friends going on adventures like
Mm-hmm.
constantly. So
It's like Gravity Falls.
exactly, it's one of those shows like that regular show, Gravity Falls. Like
I
it's-
actually like that show.
Yeah, it's a great show. I've never finished it. I used to watch.
You
it
should
when-
finish it. Honestly,
I
it
know
was
it's
so
only
fucking
like, what, 2
good.
seasons too.
It's
Like-
only 2 seasons. It's like
Yeah.
40 something episodes though,
Yeah.
but it was fucking good, dude. Like, you know who actually told me it was Aaron.
Yeah.
Aaron
Aaron's
came on.
huge on it. Aaron loves that show.
Bro, Aaron came on here and he was talking about that show. And I think that night I went and started watching it.
Yeah.
I was like, "Is it?" And then I looked at like the reviews. It was like it had good reviews on it, and I was like, "I'll fucking give it a shot."
Yeah.
And I like I don't know the little girl's name, but she's fucking funny. She just
Yeah, I
makes me
don't
laugh.
remember the
She
name
carries like this fucking pig around all the time. Mabel, that's
Yeah.
who it is.
I haven't even seen the show. You got to pick it up the pace.
Yeah, I know.
For Adventure Time, because I watched it like regularly up until like season 5 or 6. So when I bought the collection, like I've been like I can only watch so much of it at a time because it's just so crazy and like nonsense. So like I'll watch like half a season and then I'll give it a break for like a month and I'll watch another half. So I'm on season 6 right now, so I've never seen any of this stuff, and apparently the ending is like super sad and like really dark.
Of what?
Adventure Time.
Oh,
Yeah.
Don't they like
So,
die?
like- What?
Don't they like die?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
I haven't seen it either, but I'm pretty sure they
Are you
just
spoiling it for me
die.
right now?
What?
Are you spoiling it for me right now?
Hopefully.
Yeah, Aaron had a note in his phone saying like don't watch like the last episode of Adventure Time because he was caught up on it. So he eventually watched it and he told me, he's like, dude, like it's so sad. You're not gonna be ready for it.
that's like him. He won't watch the last episode of Sons of Anarchy.
I won't.
I've never watched that show
I
either.
refuse.
That's a good show.
I had a toque in high school. I don't know if you remember that. I used to wear it every winter.
I do remember
Yeah.
that.
I just liked it because it had a skull on it. So like, this is sick. So,
It is a good show though. It is. I like that show.
I know you like that show. I remember going in your room and like it just Sons of Anarchy everywhere.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, there's a poster right behind you.
there's another flag over there too.
Yeah.
That's a sick. That's a sick flag over there.
It is, man. I like that flag.
I
I had a bunch of them in my room now.
Now?
Now I do.
You got more?
now you got
No.
Oh.
No.
flags or Sons of Anarchy?
Flags. Like I use those
Okay.
because my basement's not finished, so I
Yeah.
used to cover. Like,
Oh, that's your
how I-
walls. You connect them all the way down.
Yeah, I do. I have them. They block everything in the basement.
I almost bought. You guys know Gibby from iCarly?
Yeah.
I almost bought a shirtless Gibby flag to put in my room, but Liv's like, that's not a good idea. That's weird. I'm like, it's not weird. It's hilarious. I should have bought it.
I forgot about him.
Who, Gibby?
Yeah.
How
How's
dare
he
you?
doing?
Well,
How's Gibby
he's
doing?
not on the new iCarly because they did a reboot.
Yeah.
He's not on it because he didn't like that Dan. What's his name?
Dan Schneider.
Dan Schneider. He's a pedo.
Yeah.
So, like,
he had some weird.
Gibby's
shit
like,
going
I
on.
don't want to go back on it because he used to make him take his shirt off all the time, and he was like, he was a chunky kid, and like, obviously he didn't want to have his
Are
shirt
you
off.
telling me they forced Gibby to do that?
They forced Gibby to do that.
That's oh my god.
That's why like even in public, everyone's like, take your shirt off and do the thing. Like even now, like him being an adult, he's like, go fuck yourself. No.
Yeah. That's also weird.
Imagine
to, like-
walking up to him and be like, take your fucking shirt off,
I'm
man.
pretty
Do
sure
the
that's
thing.
why,
Bert says the same thing. Like Bert Kreischer,
I don't know.
the comedian that always takes his shirt off. You've never seen
if
it?
I saw a picture of him, I'd probably.
Pull up a picture of Bert Kreischer. But like,
I'm not big on stand up.
oh, okay. But
yeah.
anyways, he one time just did this great joke where he happened just to have this guy where he happened to have his shirt off.
Oh, I think Matt and Tyler were just talking about him on Minecraft, right? Yeah. Yeah, you were there for that.
Sent a picture in the group chat.
Yeah, I was wondering. He looks like a weird version of Dan Bilzerian.
Yes.
Yeah, kind of.
He's a weird looking version of himself too. But like, I hope he's not listening to this podcast.
Yeah, I don't. I think he'll be all right.
I don't want him coming from me. I don't want him.
But like, no, he'll go to events or whatever, and people will be like, "Oh, can you take your shirt off for a picture?" And he's like, "No,
That's so
we're
weird.
in a restaurant. No."
Imagine just going up to a random person you don't know, like, "Hey, take your shirt off right now." Get
Yeah,
off from me.
and
For this
sometimes,
pic real quick.
and sometimes like, because he has a podcast, Two Bears, One Cave with Tom Segura, and he talks about it, and he's kind of like, Tom will be like, "Do you ever regret like making that joke with your shirt off? Because now every time you go on stage, you literally have to have no shirt on.
You're that guy.
You're like that
Yeah.
guy with no shirt.
That's your shtick.
That's kind of like your whole thing, though.
Yeah.
It's kind of like what you're known for now.
Yeah.
I guess, like, I don't know. It seems like he doesn't care. I mean, he based his whole fucking career off of it now.
Well, like,
He had a movie that came out last week, 2 weeks ago.
is that the
Machine.
Yeah, Tyler and Matt are like just talking about it nonstop. Did Matt see it yet? Do you know? Someone saw it. And
Matt Scalzo's seen it. He talked about it on the podcast
Oh, okay.
recently. Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking about like Terriel.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know if
because they want to go see it today, I think. But
Yeah,
like,
well, it's not at the mall.
It's not at the mall. We tried.
went
Me and her
yesterday.
tried to go yesterday, and we wasn't there.
Mark Hamill's in it.
I heard that.
Yeah.
I like Mark Hamill.
Yeah,
Good
right.
guy. The Joker, Luke Skywalker,
Yeah.
legend.
Legend.
He's also in Adventure Time.
What?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he voices like random weird people. So
Good.
yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah,
That's
he has
actually
a great
kind of
voice for
sick.
it.
Yeah, I don't know. I get like you want. To be honest, that movie is kind of wild, like the machine thing,
Yeah.
because it's like it's literally just based off one bit that he said.
It's just what is it like a stand-up movie or is it like
It's the whole bit originally how the machine came about was him talking about it on stage in like 2000 and I think it was like 11 or 12 around there. He said it. And he actually said the story on when Joe Rogan first started his podcast.
Yeah.
He said it on there, and Joe was like, "You got to make that a bit, bro. You gotta work on that." So he did. End up becoming his biggest fucking bit.
So that's his thing now.
And because it was
Besides
about
the shirt
him,
thing.
he wanted to take. I don't remember if it was Spanish classes. But he had to pick one. He had to pick, and then they were like, "Well, we have Russian." He was like, "Yeah, sure. Put me in that." There was a trip that they had to go to Moscow. He went there, and it was at the time where the mob ran like Moscow. So it was like the mob was bringing these students, just like giving them a tour around. Ends up just knocking on one of the mob's doors one day in the hotel that they were all staying in, and ended up just partying with them.
That's wild.
Yeah, ended up
At
doing
least
all-
he's safe from the mob. Like he doesn't have to worry about the Russian mob.
They
coming
asked.
after
They
him.
asked him. They're like, "Who are you?" And he goes, "I'm the machine." And then they were like, "He's the machine!" Like, you know
So
what
he
I
just
mean?
decided I'm the machine. And
Yeah, and they
hey,
were
just
like,
rolled
"This is
with
the
it.
machine." Like, and anywhere he would go, mobsters would hand him over to another group and be like, "This is the machine. He's our friend. You got to take care of him."
That's awesome.
Yeah, and he was like, for a whole week while his classmates were like terrified, pretty much in their room, he was just partying with them. He didn't give a fuck.
Well, at least he had fun then. Like
Well, you think about it, fucking like that. Him saying that bit, and like now you're like 10, 11 years later, and
Yeah.
you fucking made a fucking whole ass movie on it.
wild.
It is kind of wild.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. I think it's wild. I think it's gonna be interesting to see like what other comedians are gonna want to do, because like that was all him on his.
Well, like
Him
Bo
buying
Burnham
it.
released that like Insider, whatever, like last
Yeah.
year. I never watched it.
You should. I've studied it.
Why you like that was mean eye contact. I'm kind of scared now.
She's obsessed with him.
Peter loved it.
I have 2 tattoos based off that movie.
Oh, yeah, no, I again like I know like he's a stand-up artist. I'm just not big on like stand-up.
You're just not a big stand-up guy.
No, like it's funny, but like it's like
Have you ever watched stand-up in general?
yeah, like I've watched it with like you guys, like with like Aaron.
Yeah.
I know he likes to stand up, but like it's just not my thing. I'd rather watch like a Will Ferrell movie or like Adam Sandler. To be honest, I love Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Great guy, but like I don't know. I'd rather watch like a movie with a plot over
Okay,
like
yeah.
someone standing there like, so airplane food, am I right? Like
Ah.
yeah, like
I got into like stand-up. I don't know, probably 2020 around there.
okay.
I started following heavy into it, so I
Yeah.
started looking at other comedians like Ron White. All of his specials are on YouTube,
Okay.
stuff like that. Like I started like really getting into it, because like I think the first comedian I ever went to see was Gabriel Iglesias.
He's funny. I feel like
I like him because he's kind of just a clean. Like you could bring your kids.
Yeah.
Like he's a clean comic. Like he's
I
not.
think just over the years I've been kind of like, I don't know. He's fluffy. He's Gabriel Iglesias. I don't
Well,
know.
he's just him now.
Yeah.
And then like, bro, they made that show, Mr. Iglesias. It's a Netflix show. No.
No, I have no.
Do you
I
know-
don't think he's funny. Every time you
Yeah,
bring
that's
him
what
up,
I'm
I'm like,
saying,
I don't think
bro.
he's
That's
funny.
You don't
what
like
I'm saying.
Gabriel?
Nah,
Why not?
it's too clean.
Yeah,
He's too clean.
It's
Yeah,
not
have
funny.
some, like-
It's just not funny.
Have some like grainy like
Yeah.
dirty
You-
things in there.
Talk about like fucking, I don't know, some war crimes or some shit. Put some
That's
spice
the
in
first
it.
thing. War crime right off the bat, and that's all I want.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
I'd listen to that all day.
But like the Bo Burnham stuff, like I've heard like a couple of the songs. Like I'm not trying to bring up records and vinyl because that's all I talk
Oh,
about.
I
half the
wanted to
time.
bring this up to you, man. Crybaby just came out on vinyl.
Dude, I've been trying to find like
It just came out.
I was looking before I came, trying to see if I could like pre-order or something. And I can't find it anywhere.
It looks sick as fuck.
I want it. They did a pressing in like 2021, but like I missed it. So like, and then his Everybody's Everything one, like it's like $90 every time I see it, and I'm not willing to spend $90 for the 4 songs on it that I actually do enjoy. Because like
You have 4, I have 1.
well, like there's like I don't even remember what's on it.
Buddy, neither do I. None of it was good. They shouldn't have put that out.
No, because it wasn't it like a compilation of like his like
Yeah, so a bunch of unfinished stuff and some collabs.
yeah.
2 of them with X, one with Fallout Boy.
Yeah, the Falling for You or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever it's called.
No, it wasn't great.
Yeah.
My dad has it on his phone. He likes that song.
It's like I'll listen to it, but it's not like I have so I have like Fall Out Boy's Greatest Hits Volume 2, and that they have that song on
Yeah?
it. And then there's another album I have with that song on it as well. So
They kept putting out different versions.
I mean, like it is what it is.
Yeah, but you kind of like the vinyl thing. It's kind of
Yeah.
cool. Like that's your thing.
I think I more than just like it, Jake.
Oh, I'm sorry. You love it. Okay.
It-
You have an
it's-
obsession
it's
with
kinda
it. How many
spiraled.
do you think you have now?
Oh, I know how many I have.
You
So
can't-
there's an app I have on my phone. It like lets me log all the editions I have, and,
Okay.
like what I have. I have
Yeah.
255.
255.
Yeah,
Oh, that's it.
That's
That's
a-
not bad.
That's it.
No, it's not too bad.
It's
Chase is
a lot
like,
of
I've
money.
heard bigger. I've heard about bigger record
Well,
collections.
okay, so like I started collecting end of 2018 because I was at the mall with my dad and he didn't know what to get me for Christmas and I didn't know what I wanted. So we just wandered into Sunrise Records and then I found Mansions by Black Bear and Mike Posner. Me and Chase
I've
very
been listening
much,
to that all week,
yeah,
dude.
I love that album. Me and Chase back in like 2017, like we're very big on that album when it released. Like great album for us. And then I found that and I'm like, okay, that's sick. Like I gotta get it. And then I found Swimming by Mac Miller and he's my favorite artist.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, now I have
Rest
to
in
get
peace.
one. Yeah, rest in pease. Rain's wearing my
One in the
hat.
hat.
Yeah.
The Mac hat
I got the tattoo on my leg.
of Mac. Yeah.
Put it in the camera frame.
It's on my bro, I'm not.
Get your leg on here.
Up in the air, bud.
You didn't stretch before you came here. You didn't know.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you didn't know we were
I
gonna
showered for
talk
you
about
guys.
your.
I showered for you guys, so be lucky.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
I wish I
but
could say the same.
No, I felt very grimy after like the concert last night and everything. It was very hot in that venue. So like,
Where'd you go?
It was at St. Andrews in Detroit.
Mm.
So Taylor Swift was happening at Ford Field.
Yep.
Crazy amount of people. She has 2 nights, yesterday and today. And then I saw Liv wanted to go see. I don't know if you guys know K Flay. Either of you two, maybe. No, K Flay and this guy named Grandson. K Flay is like I don't actually like pop rap maybe. She has a very unique voice. It's very like raspy. And then Grandson's like anarchist kind of like rock rap, like kind of EDM in there. They were both very good live. We've seen K Flay before in Hamilton, but she wanted to see them, and then we saw Paramore again on Wednesday.
Oh, you went to a couple like this
Yeah, we
this
went-
week alone.
Yeah, we went 2 this week. So we saw Paramore on Wednesday, which we saw them already in.
Where were
Toronto.
they at?
They were at Little Caesars.
Oh,
They
okay.
sold out. So.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was.
And that's a nice place. I like Little Caesars.
Yeah, we've been to a few concerts there. Like we saw My Chemical Romance last September, which was awesome for me. That was a huge.
Yeah.
My preteen self and my adult self was very happy. We saw the Killers there the following month, and then Paramore this past week.
Damn.
I went to a lot of concerts in the past year. So
How many concerts do you think you went to?
I think about 10.
That's a good amount.
So we saw the Arkells twice, Paramore twice, K-Flay twice, My Chemical Romance, The Killers, Simple Plan, The Offspring, Magnolia Park, and I don't know if I'm missing any. And then like a couple like the openers and stuff. So like the Arkells had like their big show in Hamilton, like their hometown, and they sold out the football arena there. And
Cool.
like it was Mount Joy and K-Flay opening for them.
Damn.
Yeah.
I want to go see live music.
Concerts are so much fun.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
I-
I haven't been to a nearly enough.
We gotta go.
I
Pick
think-
an artist, anyone, I'll go with.
I think on God, seriously, I've only been to that one with the Logic one when we
Oh, yeah, I
all went
forgot. We saw
together.
Logic, like,
yeah, when we
years
all-
ago, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And but that's the only one I've ever been to.
Logic was good.
Yeah.
I think honestly, I liked Corday's performance more.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
did.
more of a Corday fan, no
Yeah,
Logic in general.
I don't know. I just want like, especially when you go see, because I'll go see live music just around here now.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy that a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
But I would like to actually have an opportunity to go see like like an actual concert.
yeah, if there's an artist or band you want to go see, let me know. I'll go with you. The
Yeah.
only like
I actually want to go get my passport so I could go like across.
do it. You could book it. Like I booked mine online. Everyone was telling me like, oh, you're gonna wait like months for it. I booked mine online, and then like my appointment was a week later, and like I just walked in and like gave him my passport photos, and I got it in the mail within 2 weeks.
Oh damn.
Yeah, like it was a super easy
I
process.
mean, I remember it was a while, like
Yeah,
when,
well,
I think
like,
when
things
everything's
first started opening.
Yeah.
So like
there
I
was
got-
like lineups across like Service
Yeah.
Ontario,
Well, like,
which
I
that's
went-
fucking ridiculous.
I went to the wrong place. So my appointment told me to go to City Hall. So I went to City Hall, and when I finally got to the front of the line, they're like, "Yeah, you're supposed to be like next to Loose Goose, like you know the CIBC. Up there is like the passport place. So I was
Yes,
supposed
yeah,
to go there.
yeah.
So there was a big ass line, and then I went up to the lady like the security guard. I'm like, I was supposed to be at my appointment 10 minutes ago, but like I went to the wrong building. So like they let me just walk past everyone, and everyone's like, "Why is he going?" And they're like, "He made an appointment. Like he's supposed to be here.
maybe
So
okay.
just
yeah.
make an appointment and you'll get in, no problem."
That's a good tip.
Yeah.
Make an appointment.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait.
Yeah,
But-
but then I went to Metro for my
Yeah, I know
like
what
that
you're-
little, like-
that little because
yeah.
I think everyone goes there because I
Yeah.
even go there for my
it's-
passport
it's
photos.
Like, I think it's one of the only areas like in this area that you could get it. Like,
he's
I know
been
there's
doing.
a
He's
couple
been
times
taking those passport
yeah.
photos for years.
Yeah,
That boy
he-
got it down.
now. He did it when I was a kid too.
Yeah.
Yeah, super nice guy.
I went across to the wine that that
Wine-
wine
wine
rack.
rack?
I
I
went
hate the
there.
wine rack.
Oh, you hate it?
No, it's just my own personal trauma. So like,
Of wine rack? You just don't like wine?
no, I hate wine.
Oh,
Like, so
okay.
like, without getting into it, my mom used to drink, so like we were there. a
Oh,
lot,
so
yeah.
you okay?
I just don't like that place.
Yeah, that's fair.
The smell of like the weird like like how like the fridge and freezer there like everything's like open.
Yeah.
The McDonald's freezer has that
Yes.
smell. Sometimes like I hate this smell.
I hate this place.
I hate it here.
Those like specific smells where
Yeah.
it kind of reminds you of
It's
something.
like Southern Comfort whiskey.
Oh.
If I smell that now,
Dude,
can't stand
I
up.
I don't care. I hate that Fireball shit.
Fireball's not bad.
I don't care for Fireball. Like I'll drink it like if it's there, but it's like I remember one time I went to this wedding and for some reason the only thing they had for whiskey wise was Fireball.
Really.
So
That's such a weird.
I left.
Oh.
I went and got. I go back. I left to the LCBO, grabbed the big bottle of Canadian Club.
Mm-hmm.
I handed it to the bartender. I said, "This is just for me. Every time I come, just pour it for me.
Okay.
No problem." That was zero issue. You know how crazy it is to walk in with your own
That's
bottle
a
of whiskey
flex.
to a wedding.
You're him. That's a I'm him performance.
I'm him, dog.
I went to a wedding.
I didn't like your alcohol selection. Hold on,
So
Fireball's
I went
a
to a
weird
wedding
choice.
like
right?
last month. It was Liv's cousin. So it was at the Lebanese church in Leamington.
Getting married?
Yeah.
Okay.
So because his wife's Lebanese,
Mhm.
it was a really nice venue. I haven't been to a church in a long time. I felt very weird. I felt like God was gonna like burn me up or something.
Oh
I
damn.
don't- Yeah, I don't know.
That's a strong feeling. That.
I felt very weird being at a church because I haven't been since I was a kid and like I don't know, it's not my thing.
Mhm.
So like, it was there, and then the dinner and everything was at Elite Steakhouse in Kingsville on Main Street,
Ooh.
and yeah, the food was incredible.
Yeah.
So like, we had an Airbnb. So say like this is where ours was like where Chase's Cup is, and then
Yeah.
like 2 buildings over was the restaurant.
Right.
So like it was a 30-second walk if we wanted to go back and like live.
Can I touch my cup now?
Yeah, yeah, man.
I don't know if you still needed
Every
it.
time you take a sip of that, you owe me $5.
Oh.
Get my money up. But yeah, so like,
Can you pull the mic a little closer?
yeah, my bad.
No, you're good.
So yeah, they had tons of food. They had like, it was veal with mushrooms and gravy, and I hate mushrooms, but like, man, this was delicious. Like, it was so good. And then they had penne. They had chicken parm, I think.
Ooh.
Yeah, they had like salad. They had tons of desserts, like anything you could think of. I think they had like their stuff and that like homemade stuff and stuff people brought. Ate way too much food. Completely open bar.
Yep.
So like anything you wanted, as much as you wanted.
Mhm.
Like so there was no limits. So I just
Nah.
kept drinking like double shots of rum and Coke,
Yeah.
and I had a great time.
I went to a
partied-
wedding recently and I had a
Yeah,
great time.
Like
yeah.
I partied with Liv's family the whole time, and like I love her family; they're great. And we ended up going back to the Airbnb. So Liv wasn't feeling good, so I put her to bed, and then I wasn't feeling good, and I drank. It was a lot of sugar, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I don't drink that much sugar anymore, so I'm like, I'm gonna go make myself be sick. So like, well, it's a crazy
Only logical response.
That's
yes.
a crazy way of saying I'm gonna go make myself
I
throw
knew,
up.
I knew it was coming anyway, so
Yeah.
like it's gonna end up happening regardless. So I might as well just get it over with.
Just get it done.
So I threw up for like a bit, and like this Airbnb was like used to be an actual bed and breakfast. So there's like multiple rooms. It's like a little apartment.
Mm-hmm.
So Liv's whole like family. So both her parents, her brother and his girlfriend, and then her sister and her husband and the baby. So it was all of us. So I had to be really quiet during all of it. And then I woke up. Yeah, I woke up the next morning at like 7 a.m. Liv's parents were sitting on the couch, and I had my Switch set up. I'm like, "Can I play my game, please?" Because like Legend of Zelda just came out like that like the day before, so like I really wanted to play. And I was fine.
Yeah.
I was fine.
Yeah.
And then I get motion sickness in cars too. Like if I'm in the back seat, so I was sitting in the van, and I ended up getting like sick, and then like I missed breakfast like at Liv's house the next morning because I was throwing up so much, and yeah, overall great experience. But like I was dizzy for like
After all that, overall, great.
Though.
I was dizzy and sick for like 2 days. The drinking definitely didn't help,
Yeah.
but like the motion sickness is what like set it off. Because I woke up fine, like I felt great until like we were almost home, and then I'm like, this sucks.
yeah.
So and I really like side note, I really don't like sausage. I find it like disgusting.
Like what do you don't like about it? You just don't like it
The
in general?
skin, the texture, like.
Mm.
The juices, I don't know. My mom made me eat it as a kid before
Maybe,
road trip.
oh,
and
maybe
I
like
threw
so
up.
much. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because like motion sickness.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
made me eat before this 7-hour long trip.
Yeah.
And So Liv, like, she's like, oh, I put aside like waffles and pancakes, and like, I know I saved some breakfast sausage for you because I know that's your favorite kind. And the second she said sausage, it was game over. I just started throwing up again.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So that
There's
was my.
like some of those foods where like you eat it as a lot as a kid, and then you're like, I
didn't
don't
even
want
like
to
it as
touch
a-
this.
Yeah, I didn't even like it as a kid, but like we were in Halliburton,
Hmm.
like so like near Muskoka. So before the ride, like I was eating alphagettis. My mom's like, you have to eat. We are not stopping on this ride because it's 8 hours.
Yeah.
So she made me eat sausage. I'm like, I don't like sausage. I don't want it. And then like, of course, I got sick on the ride home. So now just sausage is just. Hot dogs are fine.
I'm trying to think if I have a food like that where it's like I've eaten it so much as a kid that I don't even want to touch it now.
I know Aaron doesn't like honey buns.
Really?
Yeah, he ate like a whole box of them when he was like
Young.
in like 7th grade. So like now if we had them,
He's
like,
still
like,
against them.
Yeah, if we had
He's
them, he's
still
like,
against them.
I don't think you can blame the honey buns.
I remember I bought some at like 7-Eleven one time at like when we were at your house, and he's like, "Is that a honey bun?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Get the fuck away from me!" And like
Aaron would.
he hates them. He can't stand them.
Aaron would.
You
say
shouldn't
that.
have told me that.
Next time he's on, you're gonna get like a box of honey buns out for him.
Oh, Aaron, I bought you something. He's coming on July 1st.
July 1st.
Oh,
That's our
almost
1
there.
year.
Oh, is it? Congratulations!
July-
Nice anniversary, guys. Congratulations.
Thanks,
It
man.
only
You guys
took us a
getting
year to
married?
get you here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No,
That's not
you're
your fault.
good. It's not your fault.
School, dude. School with work. He's like, I'd go to school like all day, and then like it'd be like I'd get home for an hour, and then I'd go to work, and then I'd go home and like maybe play like an hour of Fortnite, and then like I'd go to bed and repeat the next day. So like it was very like between work, school, and like me wanting to see Liv, I didn't really do much with anyone.
Yeah.
So
No, it's all good. You're here now,
Yeah.
man.
yeah,
That's
I mean,
all that
But
counts.
it's
Shut
like,
up.
but like our Canada Day, we recorded 3 podcasts.
Yeah.
that's a lot of podcasts. Is it like different guests?
Oh my
Time?
God.
well,
The first one was me and him.
Okay.
And how the first one started was, I apologize to people because they probably heard the story before, but the way it started,
I was like, okay, we have no idea. We have no name. We don't know what we're gonna do.
We're just out here.
Can we just play
How
the
are you,
beginning?
Jake? How are you, Jake?
can we just play the beginning?
Play the beginning.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Play the beginning of
There's
our.
no video for it though, right?
There's no video.
No,
No, we
it's
didn't.
just
We didn't
audio.
get video
You should
till
remake
after.
the video.
We have
Like,
remake
lip sync the whole thing.
it not line up once.
Oh, absolutely not. Never.
Yeah, I just want to hear the first time what we thought. And the thing is, Drake, we were tackling some hard issues on the first podcast. Like it
So
was,
those forest fires.
it
You
was
guys heard about that, right?
those. What the fuck is going on?
What the fuck?
Go to yeah, I see that.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
We got caught.
We gotta.
What episode is this gonna be? What number?
A 137.
Damn.
I thought it's 137. 137. Yeah.
No,
Yep.
135.
135.
There's a good amount of them.
There's a good amount. Yeah.
Do you still have that little peep shirt I bought you?
Yeah.
Years ago? Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
I just saw a picture of him, so that's what made me think about it.
I still rock it.
I still got my little peep toque that I bought in 2018 when I bought you that shirt. I still wear that every
Sick.
winter. It's just such a nice toque. It's so
Yeah.
comfy.
I made an order and they give you like a free baseball cap.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was like white with pink
That's
Crybaby
nice.
logo.
That's nice.
Gave it away and I regret that so much.
Regrets.
Ready? All right, sweet. This is episode 1. We haven't thought of a name and we have no topics planned. We're gonna talk, but just not say some things we normally would. Jake, how you doing today?
Great, man. I'm happy Canada Day, of course, because that's a thing we should be celebrating for some reason.
I do never remember.
The country has gone to shit.
Oh my god. What? How many seconds is that? 25 seconds into the podcast. And already, this country has gone to shit.
I was like, yeah. Dude, the thing is too, in that first one, we were in his living room and I'm chain smoking joints. All you hear the entire episode that was an hour long, and it's just me flicking my lighter and I'm just talking shit. I was like,
That's wild.
We got done. Me and Chase looked and we were like, that was good. Like that was a good episode,
Yeah.
dude.
We should keep this going.
And then we called Aaron. So then we were like, Aaron, we finally got the podcast shit going. Do you want to be the first guest? And he goes, I'll be over in 5 minutes. And
Was he over?
he was over in 5 minutes, bro. We were ended up recording 2 with him that day.
in the Ford Taurus.
Pulled up in the Taurus.
Pulled up in the
I think
Taurus.
that's what it is, right? His
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
a Taurus.
it's a Taurus. He still loves that fucking thing.
Oh yeah, it's as old. I think it's older than us.
Yeah.
too, like,
Oh yeah, that thing's old.
and it's in good condition too.
Yeah.
So like that's
well,
good.
Aaron, doesn't really beat the fuck out of it. So
Where's
we're
Aaron
good.
going?
Where is
Where's
Aaron?
Aaron going?
Work in Tyler's house.
Work in Tyler's house,
That's
right?
basically where I'm going. Work in
Yeah,
Tyler's
work
house.
in Tyler's house. But yeah, no, I don't know. We we were just like that first day, that first can of the day. We were just like, let's just tackle some hard fucking.
Get it over with so that you don't have to come back to it later on.
Yeah. I think we recorded 3 that day, and then I think the next day came. It was a Sunday, and we had him on for the Sunday one.
Okay.
Did we?
Yeah,
We had Aaron on 3 times in a row.
Yeah, that was.
That's hard as
So
fuck.
then we said for every year that like 1 year we have, I think we're gonna have him on. I think it'd be a cool thing to do with
Yeah.
just every
Nice
year,
little anniversary.
just to see where it's gone in a year.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
So
Like,
Aaron, what are you up to? You know, working, hanging out with Tyler.
I install hood vents.
So he got back into Pokemon cards. I'm trying to, but man, it's an expensive hobby.
well, Pokemon cards.
Oh, yeah.
How much are?
So
I
like,
don't know.
you could buy like a tin for like 20 something, about 20
What's
bucks.
it? Okay, what's a tin hold?
So like it comes with like 5 or 6 like booster packs of cards, and each pack has like 10. But you're really only looking for those like last 2 in each pack.
okay.
So like, it's like they could be like holographic cards or like reverse holographic, or like they're like there's like full art ones that are like super rare. It's an expensive hobby, but you could also buy like a booster box, and it saves you money in the long run. You get like however many set packs, and it's like 100 and something bucks depending on what like series it is. But it's a very
so much money for cards.
yeah, it's a very expensive hobby. I'm just getting back into it, so like every paycheck I go and get like a couple packs, just see what I could like pull out of them.
Yeah.
I haven't really pulled too much good stuff recently, but I got some rare cards from like my childhood in good condition. So
I try to follow it because my brother's into that stuff. Like, he
Yeah.
collects a lot of sports cards, so it's like basketball and hockey cards. Like, I'll collect like the Tim's hockey ones,
why not, right?
just because like I have them. But I never knew how much like actually goes into it. Like with the
Yeah.
what do they call that, grading?
PSA gradings.
PSA gradings, yeah. Because like I didn't know all that shit. You can like grade cards and they're worth shit.
Yeah, if
and-
it's like a 9 to a 10, like that means it's like in like perfect condition, like super rare, like.
but you
costs
gotta
lots of
send
money.
those in, right?
You could send them in. I think Aaron said the card shop on Tecumseh in Pilat, like next to.
Right near my house.
Yeah, FNC.
Yeah.
I think they do it there.
Right. That's
So-
what he said. He said that's my boy.
Yeah,
You had said that.
he's a
already.
very nice
yeah,
guy,
He said that's
yeah.
my boy. I go to him.
So like I started going there because like Walmart doesn't carry Pokemon cards anymore, because every time like they put cards out, grown men take like boxes upon boxes.
Oh, fucking.
Like, I'm being serious. Like even on Reddit, I'll see on Reddit people like buying like 20 boxes and spending like $200 because
How
like,
much do you think the Pokemon franchise is worth?
Oh, dude, like
$2 bill.
Yeah,
Let's take a
mil?
guess. Let's
Dude,
take.
$2 bill.
$2
Take-
bill.
with a B.
Can you search up the Pokemon franchise? Let's all take a guess. What do you think? Guess a number.
I'm gonna say like
Do you think it's in the bills?
yeah, at least 1 billion.
You said 2.
$2 bill.
Because you got to think it's been going since the 90s.
I'll say same thing with him too, Bill. I don't know.
It's been going on since like the late 90s. and, like,
Holy fuck!
Okay.
yeah, see, like we're way off.
We're a little
like,
off.
$1 billion's nothing to them. Like
Wow.
It's
Damn,
been going
Star
on.
Wars 51. That's it. That's crazy.
Okay. 76.4 billion.
Yeah,
Whew.
so it's been happening since
Oh.
'96, and like it's only grown because like okay, so like they have their cards that have been every year. There's a new set that comes out. There's games every year that like they've kind of fell off a little bit, but like they're getting good again.
Mm-hmm.
There's like toys, there's stuffed animals, there's the anime, movies. Like,
Yeah, a lot of stuff are coming back.
Yeah,
and people
like,
are
so,
enjoying
like,
it.
and then with everyone buying Pokemon cards again, like now you got to find like those little shops that sell the cards to like sneak them. Well, not really sneak them, but like you know what I'm saying. Like Walmart doesn't have them, Toys R Us doesn't have them anymore, so you have to go to like weird. Like there's FNC, there's like I think I found them at Indigo as well.
What
Like in the
Pokemon
Indigo?
cards?
bookstore. Yeah,
Indigo.
in the kids section because
Wow.
I was shopping for my nephew, and
How
like
many boxes did you buy?
I didn't buy any because I wasn't back into it at the time. This was like, I think around Christmas because I was looking to buy him like I was trying to find him All the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
So.
nice. Yeah.
yeah, I love my nephew.
So where do you go now?
FNC usually.
FNC.
Yeah, because I'll just go buy like a booklet to store them in and like some hard sleeves, and then I'll also like just buy like a pack.
You think you got a fuck ton of cards?
Oh yeah, I have all my cards from when I was a kid.
Oh shit.
I got tons. Like I got binders full. I got boxes.
Those
full.
are the only ones you collect though, right? It's the Pokemon ones. Like there's no other
I'm
cards
not-
you.
I have some Yu-Gi-Oh and some Magic just from like.
I
getting them.
forgot about Yu-Gi-Oh. Wow.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I like the card art. Like I got
How
some rare
could you?
like.
I don't even know how I forgot about that.
I don't even know how to play it. I just liked it because of the art.
Yeah, I never knew how to play it.
You
I
guys
just,
don't know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh?
No, I just remember I used to see kids in the morning, and I'd be like, "That card looks wild."
Yeah,
Damn.
like I got a couple like Blue Eyes White Dragons and like the dragon cards. I got a couple.
Do you
of those.
remember when they banned Yu-Gi-Oh at St. Al's?
I remember they banned it, but
They
I
did
was
that at Lord's.
Riots on the field.
they did the same thing at like Our Lady of Lords. Pokemon banned, Yu-Gi-Oh banned, Magic banned, and then like same with like people would start bringing like Pokemon toys to like trade around because we weren't allowed cards. Those got banned. Like everything, because people were stealing.
They didn't want anyone to enjoy anything.
I'll admit this right now. I've told a couple of you guys. So like as a kid, I grew up in like the co-op on Pilat in Grand Maris. So everyone there was around my age, and everyone loved Pokemon cards. So me being a little scam artist, I would take like energy cards or shitty cards, and I would print out like a fake card. Like there's a Pokemon card maker on the internet, so I would make fake cards. Yeah, I would make fake cards that I'd print it. And I'd perfectly line it up with the card, like glue it on and make it look real. Like it wasn't laminated, but like we're fucking like 8.
Yeah.
So kids aren't gonna know the difference. So I would put it on. I would put it on a shitty card. Like
This is wild for you to do at like 8 too.
yeah. So I'm like, oh, this card has like 200 health, like crazy hit points because we used to battle too, right?
Holy shit.
So like I'd go up to some kid who had a card I wanted, and I'm like, hey, I'll trade you this one card for those 3 cards. He's like, all right, we got a deal. And then a couple days later, it'd start to peel off. And a couple times, like, parents would come to my house yelling at me, and I'd play dumb because, like,
I thought
I was a super nice kid. So I'm like everyone loved me. So I'm like, why would I do that? So my mom like, Drake would never do something like that. I got a lot of cards I should have got. I feel kind of bad because some of them are worth money. But like I don't know if anyone that like lived in my neighborhood even listens to this.
Oh, you're on a fucking list now, buddy.
They're gonna come to me, I'm like, bro, I don't know where that card is. You're not getting it regardless. Like we were 8. Like,
Let her go.
yeah, let it go,
Drop
bro.
it.
Grow up. Why do you even want Pokemon cards, bro? We're adults now. Who wants Pokemon
Weren't you
cards?
just talking about collecting them like not even 2 minutes ago?
That's the point. So like yeah, it's like I do feel kind of bad about it because there were some like rare cards and like good cards, but like yeah, I'm like I don't know what you're talking about. Why would I do that? Like
You're like, that doesn't sound like something I would do.
that's not me, bro. That's not me. Get over it.
You're that guy, dude. You were that guy.
I do feel kind of bad about it, but it was also funny. It's funny to look back on. Like I was scamming kids at like 8 years old for Pokemon cards.
You were just like, fuck it.
I wanted those cards, and I wasn't willing to trade my good cards.
You did what you had to
exactly.
do to get what
I
you
was fighting
wanted.
for my life over there.
You were
I was in the
Fighting
trenches.
for my life in these streets.
I'm in the streets, like fighting for my life for these Pokemon cards. I didn't want to trade my good ones.
No.
So what?
Why-
Okay, like the Pokemon, like the cards that you were like making up.
Yeah.
What was the like card? It was a shit card,
Yeah,
and
so
then you
it'd
would
be
put
just,
something
like-
on top.
Yeah, so it'd be just like you could get like in each pack there's like common cards, there's rare, there's extra rare, like there's like levels to this shit.
You were just getting the shitty. There's levels. That's the title. That's the
levels
title.
to this shit.
That's the title of this episode.
So-
There's levels to this shit.
So like, or even like there's energy cards. So like for each Pokemon move, say we're battling right now, if I wanted to do a move, certain them like you would need like a certain amount of energies of that typing to like power it up or like even use that move. So I would take like a grass energy or a rock one or whatever, something that's useless to us because we're kids. We don't give a shit about that.
Yeah.
We're most of the time we're like, oh, this is a cool card. I got this card. You don't.
Yeah.
So I would like print out the Pokemon card and like I'd trim it up and like I'd like glue it on, like tape it.
What
kind of.
what was it like? Actual paper?
So
Like,
yeah, it was just paper out of a printer.
Oh, okay.
But being kids, you wouldn't.
How
know.
you falling for that?
Yeah. So like, I'm like, no way.
was
like,
it colored printer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
okay,
like,
okay.
at least it looked right. But like, so the back would be like nice and glossy and like cardboard, like how Pokemon cards are supposed to be. But then like, I would just put paper over top. But no kid knew the difference. So like, I do feel kind of bad. I'm gonna get arrested. Cops are coming for me right now. Like,
Oh man.
That's fucked up.
or like even Dollarama had like fake cards, so I'd go buy those, and those were more papery, so I could just like kind of like use those. I go to Dollarama at the Metro. These are like $2 for a pack of like 20, and like it was just nonsense fake cards.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It'd be the official artwork, but then
Yeah.
like you could tell they're fake because they're too flimsy, or they're like, I don't know. There was just ways you could tell.
There's just ways you could tell that.
Yeah, like
especially
logos,
if
like-
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, especially if you're into like collecting cards like that, I would imagine you pay attention to stuff.
Do you know why I hate movie theaters?
Oh, okay.
I want
They
to
don't
tell
play
this
the
story.
Pokemon movies.
It's related. It's related
Okay,
to this.
Oh, okay, okay.
When I was, I think, 11, I went to the movie theater with my Yu-Gi-Oh cards in my back pocket. and I lost my Dark Magician girl.
And
I was like, son of a bitch!
not Dark Magician.
I remember like going up to the like whoever's mom brought us there. I was like, we have to stay. We have to search the aisles to find this. We didn't find it.
I like how you just. I like how you were like 11. You were like, better bring these pack.
Woo! My knee grease us in the field, out in the field.
I always carried my Pokemon cards with me. Like I had like this
I
little.
never
like,
know when
booklet.
someone's gonna act up.
Yeah, well, there's
You
like,
gotta duel a guy on the street.
exactly, so you could buy these little like card booklets where they're just like the size of a wallet or the size of a Pokemon card, so you
Yeah.
could fit like 20 cards, like a deck basically, and it was like a little like foldable like book.
Right.
So I'd carry that with me with my cards in case someone wanted to smoke at any point. Like, okay, you really want this right now?
Damn right.
No.
Could you imagine now being like the hardest motherfucker? Like, bitch, I'm strapped up right now, dude.
Yeah,
And then
like-
you have like a holster for your cards.
I'd bring them to school with me. I'd bring them to school with me because like we would battle in the yard and stuff. So like,
Didn't people for especially now that I'm thinking about Yu-Gi-Oh, what was like
The duel deck.
the dual deck?
The duel
I
deck.
had one of those.
Do you know what I'm
those were
talking about?
sick.
Yeah, but I put Pokemon
What was it
cards
called?
in it.
What was it called?
I think it was a dual deck.
Can you search up the dual deck? I just want to see if I'm talking like
I wanted one so
Yu-Gi-Oh,
bad. My
but
parents
I
wouldn't let me
had the
have
gray one with the blue and red, like the original one.
Oh,
and
that's
it looked like
hard.
a blade on your arm.
Yeah.
And I used like in my neighborhood, I used to put my Pokemon cards on that because we didn't play Yu-Gi-Oh. So I'd like whip that out, like, bro, you're not ready for
You
this.
ain't ready for the smoke,
Whip the
bitch.
cards out, like
Oh,
it was
that,
wild.
you know what that reminds me of is like if you want to date my daughter, you got to defeat me in a duel. The dual blade or whatever. Fuck.
You want my honor? You have to beat me in a Pokemon card battle right now.
Oh shit.
I wish we brought it. I wish we brought your cards. We would have. You could have taught
Next
us.
time I'll bring my cards. I'll bring my records too, bro. I'm gonna show you everything.
Yeah, yeah. You just have a whole ass podcast for this.
Oh, when we were talking about records earlier, like I was talking about that Mansions one
Yeah.
by like Black Bear and Mike Posner. So in that app, it shows you how many were made, and that Mansions one is 1 in 500.
Go to images, right?
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's kind of tight.
They only did that one pressing, and that's it. So like that's wild.
Oh wait, is it that thing right there?
Yeah, the one you're on right there.
Yeah.
Dual disc.
That's the one I had.
People put this thing on their fucking arm.
It was sick as fuck.
It was so cool.
How
because
much is it now?
200
$200 worth
That's
it.
wild.
Reserve that.
Because it also like extended and like there was like compartments underneath for your cards, so you can put
You
your
have,
main
like,
ones.
extra cards.
Like yeah, you can put your main ones on the top, so like you had them ready to go, right? But like
You had them ready to fucking
yeah,
rock.
but Yu-Gi-Oh battling is different than like Pokemon card battles.
Oh my
Like,
goodness!
I-
Tell
I-
me the difference right now.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I could never, as a kid, I could never figure out Yu-Gi-Oh. Some people say it's easier than Pokemon.
It is.
Apparently,
There's
I don't
no
believe.
po-
What's
there's
the
no-
day? If you
There's
know,
no like power up cards and
I
shit.
guess.
That's what
and
makes
yeah,
it
with
easy.
Pokemon, well, maybe with Yu-Gi-Oh too. Like with Pokemon, like you have to put like if you want like stats, you could put down like a certain like gym, like so like the arena you're in, like
'Cause
weather
Pokemon-
bonuses.
Pokemon was more like Magic.
Okay.
Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh was kind of just like you put a monster down and then you tell that monster to attack one of their monsters, and then there's like trap cards that you can be like, hey, you can't attack my monster, that hurt
Joke's on
yourself. Ha. Pot of greed.
I have a pot of greed card.
You
I
do?
like that, I like the
You ever
artwork
seen
one.
that clip where it's like some pot of greed?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
fuck, that's just hilarious.
There was one about banishing you to the Shadow Realm.
Ah! Me and Dallas used to say that shit to
I
each other.
forgot about Dallas.
I should check up on him.
I think he's in either college or university.
Good for
now.
him.
Yeah. I think I don't know. I could
We
be
should
wrong.
get him
John
on
Car-
here. I should
John
get him on
Carlo
here.
Updates me on him every now and then.
How's JC doing?
He's good. He has a girlfriend now.
I know. I was hyped up. I
She's
saw
very
that.
Nice.
I was
She's very very nice. They met in college. They're in the same program.
Yeah.
So like I would drive him to school on like certain days of the week, and yeah, I don't know. I just ended up meeting her. She's very nice. Her name's Caroline. Shout out Caroline, making my boy happy. I'm very happy.
Oh.
For her. Actually, they saw Taylor Swift last night.
Oh, did
Yeah,
they?
he bought her.
I've seen a lot of people on their stories.
Yeah,
that went
there's a
to-
lot of people.
Yeah,
who
that's
went.
when-
She sold out Ford Field
Yeah.
twice because she has tonight's show. Too.
I think she said. I think I read something like today about her and the Ford Field thing. I think the first time she ever performed at the Ford Field was open, like Lions opening day for the national anthem in 2007. or
That's
something like
wild.
that. Yeah.
So she was like a teenager then.
I think she was young then,
Because-
right? Like she was, cause I think she got famous like young, right?
Yeah.
Like she was.
The only reason why I know her like age kind of deal, it surprised me that she's in her 30s now.
Do you guys know by any chance when Taylor Swift got big? Like, not
She blew up pretty much right away.
right
like,
away. You think? Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. But like her and Hayley Williams, shout out that woman, the lead singer of Paramore. I love her so much.
Shout out.
Saw her twice in concert. She wants me for real. So, so they're the same age, And when
Yeah,
when
okay.
Paramore first dropped their first album, All We Know Is Falling, it came out in 2006, and Hayley Williams was 16 at the time. So like, they're around the same age. I know that because they were like their first friends like in the industry. So.
Gets this guy.
I'll-
Yeah, if you're filling up water, might as
You
well.
guys are fucking
Hey man,
hydrated,
it's
dude.
it's hot outside. We're in a basement right now. I'm talking a lot.
Yeah,
So-
no, that's good. Get you fucking all hydrated up.
Yeah, I love Paramore. They're amazing.
Yeah.
Great band.
You're just like a big music guy.
Yeah, music-
That's like your thing though. Which, honestly, like that's a cool thing to be into. is
Yeah,
music.
it's like I was thinking about like learning to play guitar. Like I have an electric one and an acoustic one that I got like a few years ago.
Would you do it now?
Yeah, I was gonna do it, but then I started school, so I got too busy. So like, I still have lessons I can go. It's my papa's buddy runs the place, so like I could realistically like go at any time. I don't know. I like listening to music. Playing music would be fun, but like I like listening to it.
Yeah, you know, it's actually funny. I talked to this guy and he likes to build race cars. Like he builds race cars, and I asked him I said, "You've been building these things for years. Like, have you ever been interested?" He goes, "I've never once been interested in going fast." Like
just likes
ever.
building it. He
He
just
just
likes, like, the
literally just
concept of it.
and he follows all the racing. Like he follows it all like NASCAR and like all the other. I don't know all the other
Yeah.
ones, so I apologize.
Formula One.
Yeah, stuff like
stuff like that.
stuff like that. He builds all these race cars, goes to all these race events, stuff like that. He's like, I have no interest in going that fast.
That's fair. Like it's like
Zero interest.
I love wrestling. I just got back into WWE. You know that. Watching the
Yeah.
Royal Rumble and WrestleMania and all that.
Ooh.
No interest in wrestling. I don't want to get thrown on a
Yeah.
mat. That shit's gonna hurt.
Yeah, it's like most people.
So like
It's funny because I seen a meme the other day, and it's like it was referring to UFC, and it's like it's just some dude who's like slouched back. He has like salami on his stomach, and he's got shit all on his face. He goes, "Guy's not throwing that jab hard enough. Guy's not
pretty
throwing.
much, yeah.
Guy's not throwing that
Keep
jab.
your
hard."
guard up, idiot. Fuck.
I like Royal Rumble. I was getting like heated over shit, and same with WrestleMania. I was getting pissed. And then the power. You were there when the power went out.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
so angry
my
because I
God.
can't remember whose fight that was, but it was one of the ones I was like really looking forward to, and it went out, and I started freaking out.
Bro, I got told for that like WrestleMania thing, they were like, "Oh, John Cena's fighting in it," and
Yeah.
someone I don't know who told me, but they're like, "He's the main event," and I'm like,
No,
"Oh,
he wasn't.
I know he wasn't," so I missed it.
Yeah, he was the opener.
Yeah, he was the opener, and I missed the open fight. And when I walked in, I said, "Oh, when's John Cena fight?" And you guys were like, "He just did." And I'm like, "Oh man, that was
Yeah.
like the only guy I knew."
He was.
you know what I mean?
For the first night, he opened up with Austin Theory, who's like the current like U.S. champion.
Yeah,
Um.
I used to watch a lot of WWE when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, same.
Yeah.
Like I liked it until I was about 13, and then you get to that age like this is stupid. This isn't real. This is stupid. I'm not watching this anymore.
It's
And then like
it's not even yeah, it's not real, but it's like the moves they are doing.
It's choreographed.
Yes,
like
yeah.
it is choreographed.
Like you are
There's,
not
like,
jumping from a top rope and like
No.
either one of
Landing
us-
that hit.
Yeah.
Any of you jump off this table right now onto the floor, shit's gonna hurt.
Oh my god, dude!
Yeah.
I'll lay there.
Yeah, like,
Dude,
I would
like,
be groaning.
Some of the jumps they do, like of going through tables and shit, dude, I'd be like, "Oh my god, oh my god!" Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Well, there
I
was, like,
fucking
I
died.
don't know if you guys were there for like at Royal Rumble, like when the men were on. Logan Paul was up against Ricochet, and like they both jumped off like the ropes
Yeah, I've
towards
seen
each other,
this.
like
Yes, yeah.
clothesline each other in the air. That shit must have hurt. Like the slap was heard around the arena.
Yeah.
I felt that.
No, there's
My
like,
chest hurt from that.
I listened actually, believe it or not, to a lot of podcasts about like Ric Flair. I listened to recently, and the Undertaker.
Yeah, is it on the Stone Cold one? Stone
No.
Cold has his own.
I
podcast.
know Stone Cold has it, but no, it was
Yeah.
on that. It was on Joe had him on.
Okay.
And dude, Undertaker was talking about the one time where his eye, so like the
orbital bone, right?
the orbital bone, so it like shattered early in the fight, his
Yeah.
orbital bone, and after that they had to put a screen behind his eye to hold where his eye is.
Yeah.
And homeboy was fighting like not shortly after that, like 2 weeks after that shit happened to him.
Yeah.
He's like, I had both my shoulders replaced, my elbows replaced, I had
His knees.
his knees done. He had everything replaced. He goes, it's not easy. And he goes, you're on the road like 200 and something days out of the fucking year.
Yeah, Undertaker put in like 30 something years for.
Oh,
like,
he put in
wrestling.
a lot.
That's why he's like the GOAT.
Yeah.
He's him. Everyone knows who Undertaker is. It's like John Cena. Everyone knows who John Cena
Bro,
is.
it's like the music too. Like the eye
yeah.
rolling thing is like, dude, the eye rolling thing is like, it is like,
his thing.
he's known for that.
Well, even like, so he was like, when he shattered his orbital bone, he was up against this guy named Viscera, who's like 500 pounds.
Right.
Remember Big Daddy V?
Yeah. And then
It was him.
Yeah. Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah.
And then he like jumped and like
Into
hit him in
him,
the
yeah.
face, and
That's
like
how he cracked
that's
it.
yeah, and then he had to wear like a mask for a bit. That's why he wore like a Phantom mask for
Yeah.
like I think like a couple months. That's why, to protect like his face.
Mm-hmm.
And then like he switched up gimmicks to that like American Badass version
Yeah.
on the bike. I loved. He had like Limp Bizkit doing the intro for him and everything. It was wild.
Dude, some of it's wild. Like even Ric Flair's thing. Like
Yeah.
first of all, that guy used to party hard as fuck.
He still does.
I mean, he still
He's like
does.
80 years old and he's still out there
Yeah.
just wilding.
He's just out there wilding.
Yeah.
But like he was talking about his shit, like his coming up, and bro, he was kind of. I think he was. You could put him up there too, just because like the character he played, like
Yeah.
the, woo, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
He's definitely like
he's
one
known
of
as that guy too.
I'm not a big fan of Ric Flair. Like
Why you just don't like him?
I like he's. I'm not gonna say stiff because I'd be way more stiff than he would be. But like,
What do you
I
mean,
don't know.
like, stiff?
He's not like you know Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
He's flexible. Even Undertaker is flexible.
Oh,
Like,
I see.
Rick,
Okay.
Rick didn't take a lot of like, I guess like they call them bumps. Like he didn't fall a lot,
Yeah.
or he did like on purpose. But like, I don't know. Overall, just Ric Flair in general wasn't my favorite like wrestler. I don't know. For a bit when he was in like
The
Evolution.
Wonder Boy. Was it the
Nature Boy?
Nature Boy.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Like,
I said
he had a
Wonder
good
Boy.
gimmick, and like I'll put him up there with like some of the legends, but like especially recently too. So he retired from WWE
Mhm.
in like the late 2010 or like late 2000s, and then he moved. He's like, I'm done wrestling.
He still wrestles now to this day.
That's what he's like. I'm done wrestling. I'm retiring because he was like 60 or something at the time. He was in good shape still. Then he went to TNA, and like his run there was terrible. Like it was sad watching him because he's getting older. He was like losing muscle mass and everything. And then he went back to WWE for a bit, went back to TNA, and like then he just retired like last year. But then he went and did another promo somewhere else, and it's I don't know. He needs to just stop. He needs to smoke his weed and he needs to stop moving.
Those old guys do.
Yeah.
Like those old guys get like, it's like, brother, you're good. Like you served
You've done enough.
You've done enough.
You've
and
done
like
your part.
the jumping and stuff like that. Like that 100% takes a toll.
Yeah, like
over
that's why like
years.
John Cena's done.
Yeah.
So like he's probably
Is he
gonna-
actually done?
His last match was at WrestleMania. He comes back for like big events just to put people forward and
Right.
like put people over onto the like Austin Theory is a WWE
Right.
US champ. So like him beating John Cena is huge, who was like the champ, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Especially remember his run. Like,
John Cena's.
it's because like when I
Mine
was
is-
young, that's when he was like in his prime. Like
Yeah.
that's when he started the "you can't see me" shit.
Yeah, he was him.
Yeah, that was him,
Yeah.
dude. That was him. When he used to do that, bro, we would get so hyped of watching Friday Night SmackDown if my Italian family came over.
Yeah.
Bro, all my uncles would do is like this shit. Like, you can't see me. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, growing up with wrestling was so much fun. Like it was a fun hobby
As a
kid.
as a kid,
Like
yeah.
I had all the action figures. I had the title belts too. Like
Dude,
I had, like,
we had the
spinner
title-
belt,
and
bro. I loved it.
We had the title belts, and the cool thing about what we would do is whoever was the champ at that time, we would had a hockey tape, so we would put the hockey tape over
with
where
their
the
name
name
on
would
it?
go,
Nice.
and their name. So like Chris Jericho would have
Yeah.
it or whatever, something
He's
like
still
that.
going too.
Yeah, he is still going.
I think he's slowing down now because he still has his band too. So
Yeah.
like he'll like be in his band and then he's in AEW as
Yeah.
well. So like
Do you? I don't know. Like for especially like sibling wise, like we would watch it. Me and my brother and sister
Yeah.
every Friday night. Me and my brother would have hockey, and by the time we get home and shower, it'd be on.
yeah.
So after hockey, my dad would take us all, like my siblings, to go grab a snack and a drink, and then you guys get.
Watch
That's
and
like
have
you
fun,
get to
right?
watch it, and then he would be doing whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
But afterward, always like like the commercial breaks would come, and then when they go back, they're like, "We advise that you do not try
Don't
any
do this."
any of these stunts." And then SmackDown would get done, and me and my siblings were like, "Okay, so let's lay down the thinnest blanket on this concrete,
Yep.
and now we can slam each
Oh,
other."
absolutely.
We thought this thin blanket would be like, this will stop, right? This will stop.
Cushion.
Yeah. Well, like you guys know Doug Bielkini.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know Doug. Me and him grew up together.
Oh, I do know. I know what
yeah.
you're talking
So
about.
we
yeah.
grew up together and we were both heavily into wrestling. So that's what we would do. We would we would wrestle on my couch and like throw each other off of it, and like we should have got so hurt. Like I tried to do swanton bombs like off of my bunk beds. I should have broke my neck. Like, realistically, I should have got so hurt. Over
Dude, as a
everything.
kid, you were
Yeah.
ballsy.
Yeah, like now I would never attempt any of that because like I would fall on my back and I'm like, oh, I'm done now. Like my back's shot.
I broke my hand by doing like WWE moves.
Really?
Yeah, I broke. So it was like this part. It was like the bottom part of my palm,
Mhm.
and it was like we were wrestling, And when I fell, and I went like this, and my whole pinky went the opposite way.
Oh.
But it's weird because it was mostly down here. All the break was. It wasn't even like initially up here. I mean, like they just put it back. They didn't even actually. They actually didn't even do surgery on it.
They just put it back.
They just literally put it back. Then they just put it in the cast for like I think it was like 6 to 8 weeks, and then they took it off.
Knock on wood, I've never broken a bone. I don't plan on it.
I heard.
I don't want it. I'm scared.
Honestly, I don't know. It could be it's different for various different people, but people will say like tearing something versus breaking something
I feel like
hurts
that's
way worse.
Yeah.
Like you hear people about like. Especially I get like a lot of videos on my feed of like people tearing like pecs or biceps. Like, dude, when you're watching like people like a bicep tear where like someone's extending, and then you just see their bicep
it snaps,
tear,
right?
and then it shoots into your shoulder.
Yeah.
And it's
Well,
like
you gotta think like the bone breaks. It doesn't have like nerves in it, so it just breaks through.
Yeah, and then you're like just like hanging your arm there. Like,
Yeah.
dude, that's
But when a muscle tears, it's like fucking rubbing against all that shit the whole
oh,
time.
dude.
I watched CJ break his arm in
Oh,
grade school. It was fucking disgusting. We were outside. I think we were in like 7th grade or something, or 6th grade, and we're in the field, like the big yard now, because we're big dogs in grade school.
yeah.
And I think he was running backwards. We were playing like soccer or something, and there was a pothole in the grass, and he fell and like landed on his wrist.
Oh.
So he stands up, he's like sniffling, his arms like snapped like at the wrist.
Oh,
So like he just starts walking back to like the office, and ended up having to get a cast and everything. The thing smells so bad. He would always put it in my face too. He's like, smell it. I'm like,
yeah, because they advise you
Like-
can't get it wet or
yeah,
anything.
like all
You
the
can't-
dead skin and everything.
Yeah.
And then he hit me in the head with it once too. We were at RJ's house, and like I was tying my shoe, and he like bumped me. He's like, "Oh, my bad," and then walked away, and then came back and like full dude, what the fuck?
I remember the color of my cast too. I remember I got blue.
Wow.
I remember I was like a young kid, and they were like, "What color you want?" And I'm like, "I want."
If-
I like blue.
If I were to ever break a bone and they don't ask me the color of what I want my cast,
Yeah.
I will be mad. Like,
No,
at
you
least
should
let
be
me choose.
upset. Yeah,
Yeah,
I would
like-
be
like,
upset.
Excuse me, no one asked me what color. Take it off.
I'm not gonna lie, because like I know I remember because this happened when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I remember when they went to cut it off, they're like, "Okay, we're gonna use this blade," and it was like a saw, but it stops at like it knows
Yeah.
how far to go. But I remember as a kid, I was like, "Oh, they're gonna cut it!" You know what I mean? I was like sitting there waiting for them to fucking fuck my shit up.
Yeah.
That was like my biggest worry.
Yeah.
No.
I understand that.
The
I
fear.
I think the only like major injury I've had was like I was like 4 or 5. It was Mother's Day, and I was wearing like a white shirt and like overalls. So like all the moms were on like my front porch with my mom, like having like a good time. It's Mother's Day, all the
Yeah.
kids are playing. And we were playing Grounder. I don't know who it
Crazy
was.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I miss
awesome.
Grounder. I wish it was like we could just go play Grounder.
We could.
I mean, we
I mean, we
could.
could.
No one's
We'll
gonna
just
stop
do.
us.
I mean, who's gonna move?
We're
Kid,
adults
get
now.
out of here.
Get off my playground.
The men are here now.
But yeah, so like
to play.
I'm here to play.
The men are here to play grounder now.
But
You
yeah,
want to
so,
join?
You're it.
I climbed up,
Seniority.
and like I don't know what caused this kid to do this, but he just pushed me. He just pushed me back down. I was like 5 or 6, and like I was facing forward, and it's all wood chips. So like right into the wood chips, like all my bottom lip had like wood chips in it. I was bleeding everywhere.
Like they went into your.
Yeah, like
Oh,
I have a
fuck.
scar on my bottom lip because of like the wood chips.
yeah.
So like kids start screaming. My neighbor Jen, she
pull
like.
Pull it a little closer.
my bad.
No, you're good.
My neighbor Jen like ran over, like sprinted. I don't remember any of this. Like this is what everyone else told me. I just remember being carried and bleeding everywhere. My mom says I didn't get stitches, but I find that cap. It's definitely a lie.
That may be cap. That's
yeah,
what you
so
had
like
to
I have
say.
I have a scar on my bottom lip now.
I have a scar on like the bottom of my
So.
chin.
Yeah.
But it's like
The goatee hides it now.
the goatee hides it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
I,
have any
actually
of the
can't
face
grow
on that.
hair around that. Like when I first started growing the goatee, it never grew hair in that, so it took a while for it to actually like.
I grew out my like little goatee like when I was in school just because I got lazy, but like I didn't like the neck beard.
Dude, I get lazy some days. There's days I don't want to shave, but I'm like, I
Yeah.
gotta look somewhat presentable.
Well, with McDonald's, like I wasn't allowed to have facial hair for the longest time, but now
yeah,
that we have the-
you're not allowed to have
Well,
it. I totally
we
forgot.
have a new owner now, so now we're allowed to have facial hair.
Oh,
Doesn't mean I can grow it, but like
you're just
You
allowed.
could. You're allowed
well,
to do
I
it.
tried, so I could grow like a little shitty like corner mustache, and like my chin gets hair on it, and then like I get a really bad sideburns and like neck beard, but the neck beard's like patchy.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
And I don't want to just grow my sideburns because I feel
My
like
neck
that looks
gets
weird.
fucking a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
You should grow the sideburns.
grow out the sideburns. Yeah, why
I don't
not?
know if Liv
Fuck
would like
it,
that.
grow
I don't
on.
like the sideburns. I don't think Liv wants to look at the sideburns.
Liv will love the sideburns.
Didn't Alex grow the sideburns for
Yeah.
a bit? Alex
But
had
Alex,
the sideburns.
Alex has nice
Al-
mutton chops.
Dude,
He does.
yeah, to be
He
honest,
does.
Alex can kind of like rock. Like,
yeah,
he-
his little curly mustache.
his
too.
little curly mustache that he does. Sometimes he'll do the goatee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally not Top Gun inspired at all.
No, yeah. When he called him out for it like that day. I remember I was in the garage and he goes, "You got it because of Top Gun." And he goes, "No, it didn't." And we were like, "Yeah, you did." And then Gloria was like, "You got it because we watched Top Gun." Dude, Gloria will rat his ass out. She don't give a fuck.
I like her. She's nice.
She's
nice girl.
I love Gloria. She
Yeah.
seems like she's always having a good time.
Oh yeah. Well, I remember we were at the Chelsea for like Scalzo's show.
Yeah.
And then we went to the casino to go meet up with Liv because she was at Arius.
Mm-hmm.
And like you guys all left, and I was walking with like Alex and Gloria, and my pizza fell on the ground. Like the guy grabbed my pizza for me and just fell on the ground. He looked at it. He's like, "My bad, bro." I'm like, do I get another one? Like, so he gave me another one, and then me, him, and her started walking. But Alex, like, you know how Alex like inhales his food.
he does.
He doesn't chew. Like he just like
he does.
it's the same with Lyndon. Like they have like voids in their stomach. They can eat. It's crazy. And like, so like Alex like inhales it and he's like, "I'm gonna throw up." Like, dude, come on.
It's
So,
Alex. He can't do anything without throwing up.
So like me and Gloria were sitting there like making fun of him because like he just inhaled it. He's like, "I'm gonna throw up," and he didn't. And then he's like, "I want to go home." So they just turned the other way and started walking. So I was just by myself.
Yeah.
And I had to like run up to everyone else going into the casino because I was just by myself.
Yeah. Have you have you ever heard the story about him making burgers for us?
I don't think so.
Please,
Well-
I'm gonna let Chase tell. He
Oh,
tells
you
it
want
the
me to
best.
tell it?
You tell it the best. Go ahead.
So we have the gang in the garage. Alex goes, "I'm gonna make you guys."
Was this recent?
This is it was pretty recent.
It was honestly we were doing the podcast.
Yeah.
So it was within the year.
He felt the need to record it all on his GoPro. So we have HD quality
So are
footage.
you guys gonna put that on like his next podcast?
Maybe.
Actually, hold on. I'm gonna see if I tell him the story. I'm gonna see if I. Have
So
it.
Alex goes, "I'll make you guys dinner. Like we'll barbecue up some burgers." Everyone's like, "Hell yeah, man, sweet." So he puts them on the grill. Like 10 minutes later, he goes, "Okay, they're done." And I'm like, "I don't know if that's and he goes, "Just try it." And I was like, "I don't want to be the first. I don't want to be the first guy."
Can you put it on the big screen?
And then Gloria goes, "I'll try it." So she goes, she like cuts it open. She goes, "This is raw, babe."
He just with the outside was brown, but the inside was
Yeah,
pink.
Yeah, it was raw burgers. And by the way, earlier, not even 10 minutes earlier, he was talking about how he might go back to be a chef.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, the thing is,
let
he
me-
worked at Smoke and Spice too.
Hold on. You
So,
gotta
like,
let him
The-
finish.
I haven't
this.
told you the rest of the
okay,
story.
My bad.
Because at first he tried to serve us raw meat.
Sorry. I didn't know it would play right away. Go ahead.
Go
So he
ahead.
tried to serve us raw meat. So he puts them back on the barbecue for a while because he noticed they were raw. And 20 minutes passed. He goes, "Okay, they're finally ready. They are finally ready. These burgers I've been hyping up all fucking like the last hour. They're good to go." Puts them on a plate. Goes to hand them out. Knocks the plate off. They go right on the ground.
I saw the
now
quick-
pull up that video.
right
out.
into a pile of sawdust.
Oh, do you guys still eat them? Oh, buddy.
He goes, "Oh,
Oh, man.
Listen to what he said. Play it one more time. Listen. Oh man.
So it fell on the ground in the garage, which is not a good start.
No.
And then
That's-
into a
that's the
pile
dirty
of
floor.
sawdust. And then he goes, "Can we just eat them?"
Did you eat them
And
anyways?
he was like, I went over there, I looked at them, and I'm like, "There's a lot of dirt and sawdust
Just
on
get
these
the hose
things."
out. Just write it down. It's still fine. It's
Hose
just
it
wet.
down.
It's just wet at that point. It's just wet meat.
Yeah, I cut like a piece off and I bit it. I'm like, these are good burgers.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. I'm not gonna eat them.
That's fair.
And
You offered. Though.
I was like, I'll try it. You know, I'm sure they're
no,
good.
but you the thing you offered. You're like, "Listen, man, I'll just get everyone Simon's."
Yeah, I did. I was like, I'll just buy everyone Simon's. You tried. It's okay.
So like talking about friends making food. One who makes like the best steak I've ever had.
I know
in
what
my
you're
entire
gonna
life.
say. Yeah.
Peter
I believe
Peter
that. Yeah.
made the best steak I've ever had. Like I like barbecue sauce on my steak. Didn't need it. Perfectly seasoned.
That's not how you're supposed to eat steak. Just like steak.
I know, but like I like barbecue sauce
Yeah.
with my steak. Like it's just how. Like,
Yeah, it's just how you grew up.
yeah. So like at least I'm not RJ. I don't put ketchup on it.
Holy fuck.
RJ puts ketchup on his steak. I'll call him.
I'm
out right
gonna.
now.
I'm
RJ, I hope
gonna-
you're watching
I
this.
just threw up in my mouth.
I'm gonna call him out when
He
he's
also,
on next.
he also, like, I'll call him out for this too because I love him. He puts ketchup on his tacos.
Yeah, he does do that.
I'll say it. I hope you.
I knew he
I'm looking
used
right
to-
in the camera.
He used to
I
do
hope
that.
he was
At,
watching
he used
this
to do that
right
at
now.
work. Bro, I swear, he claims. So the one weekend, we were all at Chase's camper, and we went to get Tim Hortons. We all left to go get Tim Hortons. I
Was that
remember
when
this.
me and you went like
Yes.
early in the morning?
Yeah, but it
Yeah.
was all of us. Like me
Yeah.
and you were in a. I think we took
We-
my truck.
Yeah, me and you in your truck, and then it's like another group of people in.
Yeah, in a different car. I think Chase's car.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I remember specifically. He tells me that this didn't happen, but I remember it so clear in my fucking head. He got a croissant with ketchup on it.
I don't think that's true.
Was it-
There's
Dude,
no way.
no, wait,
There's
hold
no way a human being did that.
Was it a croissant sandwich or was it just the croissant?
No, it was the croissant.
If it's just a croissant, that's kind of vile.
I
There's no
remember.
way.
I'm telling you, I remember this. I would listen. Credit. I did do a lot of shit the night before, but I am telling
That was
you,
a wild night. That was a fun night.
I am telling you, I think that happened.
I believe it.
I'm telling you,
But okay, so I just talked shit about him with his whole like ketchup thing. But I'll talk shit about myself for a second. So like when he lived on Elrose, like in high school, I would sleep over there like every weekend. Like, you know, it would be like me, him, like Peter, Kyle, and Austin Scaife. And like we would all have LAN parties and just play our games like all weekend. So one time his dad didn't go like grocery shopping yet, and obviously we're like 15. We don't have money. We can't just go buy food, right?
Yeah.
when you're 15, you kind of just reliant on somebody else for food.
So I like we were all like trying to figure out what we're gonna eat. So RJ made like the last bit of mac and cheese. He's like, "This is mine. I'm eating this." I'm like, all right, man. So I go looking in his cupboards. This is disgusting. I find a can of gravy and I cracked that bitch open. I just started eating it like by the spoonful.
Oh my god!
And
A can of gravy?
Yeah, and RJ's like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "What? I'm hungry." It was good gravy. Like, it was good gravy. I
Don't
didn't finish.
defend yourself.
I didn't finish it because, like, honestly, it hurt my stomach.
Just great.
So,
I'm gonna have this gravy for lunch.
so I put saran wrap on it and I pop it in the fridge. A couple hours goes by.
That's a good guess.
RJ's dad gets home, opens the fridge to get a drink. He looks at the can. He's like, "Why is there gravy with a spoon in it in here?" And you left the spoon in it. I was gonna eat it later. So I turn the corner and Rick's like, "Do you know anything about this gravy?" I'm like, "Listen, man, I was hungry and he had nothing else." He's like, "So why didn't you just like make toast or something?" I'm like, "You didn't have bread." He's like, "Why didn't you like mix it with something?" I'm like, "You didn't have anything to mix it with." So like he went grocery shopping right after that because he was gonna go after he's done work. Not my.
He's like,
problem.
these kids are just eating fucking gravy with a fucking spoon.
Gotta get some.
But the thing is, I lived like literally 2 minutes away. I could have walked across the train tracks and got food or got money and came back. But I'm like, "Nah, I'm gonna eat this can of gravy."
This is my only option.
I didn't finish it. It sat there for like, I think it sat there for like 2 weeks. I'm like, if you're not gonna eat it, like throw it out. And I was just like, "Why the fuck would I eat that?"
It's nice that they kept it for you just in case you fell.
Maybe.
In case Drake comes back and he's gonna want to take
Well,
a crack at the gravy.
I was
again.
there every day anyways. So like, I just ate their food constantly because I'd show up and I'd eat and like hang out for like hours. RJ wouldn't even be there sometimes. I would just show up and sit on the couch and watch movies.
Eat gravy.
And Rick would be like, "What are you doing here?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'm just bored. I was in the neighborhood."
It's in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Fucking.
You got a nicer TV than me, Rick.
Well, yeah. Always have the nicest TVs. But like, I'd go to Tyler's house and Tyler would have to go do something. So I'd walk 30 seconds to RJ's house because they both lived on Elrose. So like, good times. I miss that house. That Elrose house was nice. Me and RJ would set up like little
At Tyler's house?
well, both houses.
Oh.
Because RJ lived at like the train track side. And
Oh,
Tyler
yeah,
lived, like,
yeah.
You knew where Tyler lived. But like, we would go.
I
on,
miss Tyler's old house.
Oh, dude, me too. That
Falling
front
through
porch.
the deck.
Falling
that
through
porch.
the deck. Like, we've had a lot of parties there, but even like me and Aaron would go there like every day and like just smoke pot.
Yeah.
Because like that's all we were doing. We were 18, so we'd work full time and then go to Tyler's house. And like that front porch watching the street, I have so many good memories of just sitting there for hours.
Yeah.
Like, just-
I have a picture of me and you sitting there.
Really?
Yeah, hold on. I wonder if it's still on my Instagram.
And then there's tons of pictures of all of us like at Tyler's house in the basement, like playing Smash and Mario Kart, and yeah, good times. Watching thunderstorms on that front porch.
Yeah,
I do.
Because like the rain would be like, that's a classic.
Look at-
with
wait, hold
Tyler.
on.
With Tyler.
And Chase is in there too. It's us
That's
three
a
and
classic
Tyler.
right there. That's a classic. I think we were like 17 in that picture.
We were fucking young.
Yeah,
This is in July 21st, 2018.
So we were 18.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
we
we
were
would have 18 turning 19. So,
God, we were young.
and it was nice with that porch. Like, so if it was raining, the rain would be coming from the back. So we wouldn't get wet at all. Like, it'd be just missing us. So,
Yeah, I remember sitting on his he had that little like it stopped so you could just like sit there and watch the rain.
the awning.
Yeah,
Like, with like the
awning.
railing and everything.
Yeah, dude, that was fucking
Yeah.
nice.
I remember I was sitting there one time and like we used to smoke a lot of weed, obviously. So we had a bet on Super Smash Bros. Like if there's a game mode called Squad Strike, so you choose 5 fighters, and each time you die, you switch to a new fighter. So me and Tyler went up against each other, and we had a rule: if you lost all 5 of your fighters to the person's first one, you had to take a keef toke.
Jesus
So since we
Christ.
smoked so much weed, we had a lot of keef, right? So I beat Tyler like senselessly. Like
I remember this.
Yeah, I was playing as Morton Koopa, like a Bowser Jr. reskin, and like I killed all 5 of his people. And like so me and Aaron like packed both of our keef, like full bowl, like no weed in it at all. And he rips out, remember Gus?
Dude,
He's on the wall, bro.
on the
Rip
wall,
Gus.
R.I.P. Gus. I miss Gus so much.
Yeah.
That was a great guy. So like he rips this bong toke, and I'm sitting on like the railing, right? And he's sitting on one of the chairs and gets up and starts like running at me. I was so scared. I thought I was gonna get tackled. He had splash zone. It wasn't throw up. It was just so much like saliva from everything.
yeah,
And he was like just draining himself over the railing, and he almost like pushed me off.
where
the
you're
railing.
you're not throwing up. It's just like
Saliva.
It's saliva. You're trying to get it out.
It
I know what
was
you're talking
scary. I thought I was gonna die in that moment. And then the rest of the night, he didn't say a single word.
Usually that will stop it. That's the end.
Yeah, so we went back inside to keep playing Smash, and it was me, Aaron, Tyler, Noah, and Evan, and we're sitting in the living room, and like we're playing, and Tyler like just his character keeps falling off the map. So we look over at him, he's just like out, like he's just like falling asleep. So at one point he gets up, he wanders into the kitchen, and like grabs like an armful of food, like just anything he could grab, just piles it, looks at us and just waves. And walks downstairs, and we don't hear anything else. So we stay hanging out with Evan and Noah for like another hour maybe. The next day, apparently Tyler woke up, food unopened. Like
He didn't even get to it. He
all
just
around
passed
him-
out.
yeah, all around. He's like, why is there food everywhere? So we had to tell him the next night, and like that, I love that night.
Dude, the one thing that I thought the most badass thing Tyler's ever done was throws a decent sized party at his home. Homeboy orders himself Little Caesars, eats it in front of like the whole thing, just kills it in front of everybody. He don't give a
he didn't
fuck
order
about
food for anyone else.
Where's nobody else. He just sat there and ate it. And I fucking I thought that was so badass. I was like, that's
yeah.
the most badass thing someone
That's
said.
a Tyler performance. I love that.
The host of the party was just like, fuck all these people.
Well-
I'm hungry.
Well, like you guys would have saw it the other day, sent a video to our Minecraft Steve group chat, and like so we did a lot of weird things at that house. We were there constantly, right? So I think it was like me, Tyler, like Aaron, maybe Reese Geniac even, and like Spencer, because they were both living there at the time. And Tyler's sitting there stoned with like a tortilla on his lap, and it has bacon and peanut butter and a full hamburger, bun and all in it. And I remember watching him like wrap it up and eating it. He bodied that thing. It was crazy. And like even now he looks at it, he's like, that's disgusting. Why would I do that? Like, I don't know. It was a good time though. Like I sent the video to our group chat so they would have saw it.
For it right
Oh, you're looking for it? If it's not saved, I could probably yeah.
Tyler just looks happy to be there.
Yeah. It probably tasted delicious. I will give him that. Because like there's like burgers you could order at restaurants with peanut butter on it.
Fucking tortilla, dude.
Yeah.
That's a giant tortilla.
Jen like gets like everything she can because like those are big boys. Like,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, like all those boys in that
yeah,
house are
and then
big.
like she'd always tell me and Aaron like feel free to help yourself because like they weren't gonna eat all the leftovers.
Yeah.
They probably would have, but like they definitely did.
Yeah.
But like me and Aaron would also add on to it, so you know we'd go out and smoke our weed, and then like we'd come inside and just like muck, like
Just fucking
stupid
eat.
amounts of food. It was like kind of disgusting thinking about it, but I can't eat like that anymore.
I mean, we used to just do fuck shit in his garage. Like,
Yeah.
we would just order, or like people would just order. Remember, people were just ordering Panzerotti separately at your house. Like, do you remember that shit?
I remember this one time, one guy got a Panzerotti, another guy was like, I'm gonna get one too, and then 30 minutes later, someone was like, so it was like three Windsor
separate-
Pizza
All from
deliveries.
Windsor Pizza. Too. All from Windsor Pizza.
3 separate deliveries to the same address of very similar Panzerottis.
Do you remember like we would eat so much Domino's?
Oh,
Dude, I can't eat Domino's.
You
because-
talked about that recently,
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
you?
Dude, we would like order Domino's every single day because we would hang out every day. And like
we needed that free pizza.
yeah,
boy.
we would get so much Domino's that we would get free pizzas at least like 2 or 3 times a week. Because we ordered so
We were fucking gross.
every time we would order it, we would order like 5-6 pizzas. And it was like every day. And the guy knew us. So he's like, "Oh, it's you guys again."
Oh, it's you guys.
I don't know
smoking
how
in the back.
we didn't weigh like 300 pounds each.
Speak for yourself.
I surprisingly like I still like I don't gain weight easily. Like it like I'd eat whatever I want and like I stay at a consistent like 150. I finally reached 165 once I started school from like how much I was lifting everything. I hit 165, so I felt good about that. But like the past
Good
5-6
for you.
years I've been stuck at 150. 140 even. And I eat ridiculous amounts of fast food. It's disgusting.
Some people just have the metabolism, dude. Like, I don't know what the fuck it is.
I'm glad I have a fast metabolism. Like right now, like because give it 5 years, I'm not. Everything's gonna just.
What you
start
think?
to-
Like, you're saying it hits? Like it'll hit?
Once you're like 25 to like 30, that's when it. Like,
I think
slows
that's what they
down.
say. They slows
So,
down and
like,
stuff like
Once
that.
you're a third-year apprentice, yeah.
Yeah, once I hit that 30-year apprentice, ass crack is out, gut is hanging out. Like,
Dude, you order,
it.
and then Chase the other day, he goes before the Monday meetup, he goes, "Oh, I gotta go grocery shopping before we do it." I'm like, "You stop at 7-Eleven?" Because I was talking about how all I hear from him all the time is, I gotta get to the gas station. Gotta, and he would.
Well,
I'll
right
get my
there.
breakfast.
yeah, it was right there, and they had everything.
Yeah.
Like we would order, like we would go there so much because like 30-second walk.
Yeah.
And I remember during the winters we would run out of firewood, so we would go to like 7-Eleven to get firewood, but they would run out, and we'd be shivering, like freezing cold in the garage, like fighting for our lives.
Dude, we were talking about the days where if we knew you were gonna have more people come over on the weekend, during the week, if it was only like 4 guys hanging out or whatever,
Yeah.
you guys would just huddle. if Gus, because no one ever, not one time during the fucking cold times did anyone think like, "Hey guys, we should empty the bong water out so it doesn't freeze while it's in the ground." Every time we'd let it go, we fucking let it freeze, and everyone gets turns, so everyone has their jacket. And you just hold it. Just hold it.
Melt the ice.
People are breathing on it, bro. People were fucking breathing on it.
Yeah, and like it would be so cold without firewood that we would have like a big blanket or multiple blankets, and we'd all be on the same couch, like curled up together. Yeah, why didn't we just go inside?
I don't know.
You had a hot tub too. Why didn't we just go in the hot tub?
And dude, if someone was like saying they're cold, like, "Idiot, did you not know you were coming in the garage?"
Yeah.
Buddy, how many pairs of pants are you wearing?
Yeah, like I
Grow up.
wear track pants and one sweater. I'm like, dude, I'm freezing.
Dude,
and
in
we're
the-
like, why didn't you
Bro,
wear a
the
jacket?
garage times when it was cold, minimum, I brought 3 pairs of socks.
Yeah,
I brought
that's
3,
that's
Yeah.
a good one.
and I was wearing my boots.
yeah,
You know,
We had
I-
the Timbs on. We had the Timbs on.
We had
too
the
at
Timbs
time.
on.
Everyone was rocking Timbs.
And bro, I remember I would have, so you have my boxers, pajama bottoms, and then you would have
Your
whatever else.
bluest damn jeans
My
you've
blue
ever
jeans!
seen.
bluest jeans
The
you've ever
bluest
seen.
jeans you've ever seen. I'd
Yeah.
walk in them bitches, boom.
Have you seen jeans as blue as these?
Have you? Yeah, that's how I would do that shit all the
Yeah.
time. Those motherfuckers.
They
really
were blue. They were goddamn blue.
Those are blue as shit. I'll be honest.
Those were freaking pretty blue. He has a video of me busting in with them. I have
He runs to the door, high kicks, slams his foot to the ground. Are these the bluest jeans you've ever seen?
Yeah, that was like a, what, 2018
Oh
Arc
yeah,
Rock?
that was
Before the gym. It was before the gym.
It was before the gym. I had to get rid of those bitches because those
Too
were
big for you at
those
that
were
point.
46 weights.
Holy fuck.
I had to get rid of them. once I
You
lost
had,
my-
you had a crazy transformation though. So, like,
yeah, well, the
Yeah, it used to
gym-
be so much cooler.
that everyone says that. Pat goes. So I always tell this story. Remember when I posted my progress pics, like,
Yeah.
and
Shirtless, handsome.
Yeah, people were saying like good shit, blah blah blah. And I always tell the story of Pat when Pat called me. He goes, "Hey, every time I laugh every time. I can't." he goes, hey man, I know everyone's like telling you look good or whatever, blah blah. He goes, just remember, you still look like dog shit. Don't ever settle. He
Well,
goes,
it's good advice.
yeah. He goes,
He wasn't doing it to be nice.
he
though.
wasn't.
No, Pat was being Pat. Like, he loves you. He loves you, but he'll be harsh.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. And he goes, dude, you could win the Mr. Olympia, which is like obviously the one that, yeah. And he goes, I would still tell you look like shit. And I'm like, thanks, Pat. Thank you, man.
We love him.
And he goes, anyways, you want to go out or something? Like, what do we do?
So what are we drinking tonight?
Yeah, I love that fucking guy. I love Pat, dude.
Last time we had Pat on, he finished an entire bottle
of tequila.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, he's the only guy that got us to pull up porn on our own podcast. I don't even know how.
Again, I'm not surprised.
He's the only guy. Bro, I think we got not even 15 minutes in, and he just goes, he looks at Rain and tells, pull up Justin Trudeau's mom's vagina now. And now we're like, what?
Is that
bro?
a thing?
Yeah, that's a thing.
Is it actually his mom's?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like she was wearing a skirt and somebody got an unfortunate angle and took a picture.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I got unfortunate angle.
Yeah.
Well, she was in public. He was like across the stands, zooming in.
Like, is she old or is she young or like?
I think she was young in the picture that he was
It was
showing
during
us.
his father's prime minister.
Yeah, like,
Era.
yeah. And
I'm
then,
not gonna pull it back
and
up.
That's fair.
and then he
Pull it up.
and then he goes, what do you get us to?
I'll just go see Pat and he can pull it up.
I'm trying to remember what he showed us. He showed us something fucked.
He's talking about
Who,
two
Pat?
girls, one cup again.
He was talking about that stuff. Like we were talking about like the one man, one jar shit. But then he was, I forget if he showed us a video or something like that. He made us pull up something. But it was, it was the fucking, the guy's head. The guy's head going in this girl's vagina.
Oh, yeah, she
Yeah.
died.
Yeah, she died.
He died.
She died because of that?
She died and he
Died of
lived.
internal bleeding.
Yeah, she got
His
internal
whole
bleeding.
head.
I know. I've seen it.
She died.
As a kid.
She did die.
She did. No,
yeah,
she did die.
Isn't it weird that we all saw it as a kid?
Yeah.
How did that
because
get around
you
so
think-
easy?
You think, oh, I have unlimited free internet access and I'm 13 years old. What do I do with that knowledge? So, like, you just start. And then someone's like, oh, have you ever heard of this? And like, no. And like, oh, it's a great show. You should watch it. I can't remember who it was. I think I was in like 8th grade. And like, I think it was Two Girls, One Cup. And they're like, oh, it's a great show. Like, watch it. It's like a comedy.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was not a comedy.
there were so many people from YouTube too doing the
I cried
reaction
and I
things.
threw up.
Yeah, no, I was honestly fortunate. I never seen any of those.
You ever seen
I-
Skank Tank?
No, I always heard.
I've seen 4.
I always heard of stuff like
The third
that,
one made me throw up.
but I just knew like to not because I'm like I can kind of
This
get
is a
a
joke. I know. You get rickrolled. It's like a Rickroll.
yeah.
So
you get rickrolled with extreme fetish porn. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but Pat was the only guy to do that, and the first time he was on, dude. The first time he was on, first of all, it's our most viewed one.
Okay.
It's Pat.
well, everyone knows Pat. Pat's everyone's barber.
Yeah.
Clean fade. Shout out Pat.
All like
Shout out
400
Pat.
plus people.
Yeah, 400 plus people who were like listening to it,
Damn.
and he got,
I don't even know that many people.
and he go, yeah, right.
I don't think I do either.
And he, so he fucking, all that podcast was me and him talking about how much we used to eat, like that the entire time. Like the entire time was like him being like him letting me know that I was way cooler back in the day.
Yeah.
That I'm not as cool now. And I was like, okay, thanks. And then he was like, we talked about the time that me and him ate 8 bowls of chili. We ate an entire crock pot of chili.
That's insane. I respect you for that.
You want to hear something else?
Yes.
We ate McDonald's before we ate the chili.
That's vile.
Yeah. It's very vile. We had McDonald's. He had, what do they call that?
McGangbang.
McGangbang.
I
Yeah,
haven't
yeah.
had one of those in a long time.
They're
He was in
good, bro.
In grade 7, you're like, this is crazy.
Bro,
He has
homeboy
junior chicken
killed
and
it.
McDouble.
Yeah. Homeboy killed it. And then we got home and he's like, bro, there's chili on the fucking table.
Yeah, you can't do not
And we ate it, and my mom goes, "That was supposed to be for lunches for the entire week, guys." She was pissed. She was not happy.
I don't want to interrupt, but can I go to the washroom?
Absolutely.
I don't know where it is.
Oh, we'll pause
That door
it.
right there.
That door right
door with the
there.
handicap.
We'll go. We'll have him go pee, and we'll be right back.
Yeah, so I was watching season 4 today of the Clone Wars,
Oh yeah,
and it was kind of wild as shit when Obi-Wan took out Anakin with no weapons.
it's wild.
Yeah, he just he beat his ass and then choked him unconscious.
So that show, like, they finished at season 6, but like they left out a cliffhanger. So like season 7, I'm not gonna spoil anything for you,
Thanks,
but
yeah.
like they do like an actual ending. It's so good.
I'm hyped up.
It's such a good show. I love that show.
I want to watch it all in chronological order
Yeah.
because I want to see Obi-Wan. Like I want to watch the show Obi-Wan.
Have you watched it yet?
No, because I want to
Sorry.
watch it all in order. Because I was like, I wanted to watch it, And I was like, fuck, I actually haven't watched the prequels in a while. And I was like, fuck, they got the Clone Wars on here.
Well, okay, so next I think is Bad Batch.
After the Clone Wars?
Yeah, Bad Batch. I've watched both seasons. Great show.
I've heard that.
It follows like a group of clones that were like
Part of a bad batch.
yeah, so it's clone group like 99. So like basically they're not like other clones, like they have like enhanced abilities and they like don't look like other clones. So it's like their group and everything that's happening with like Order 66 and like it's a very good show.
With Order 66.
Oh, this guy.
This
I
guy's
know.
asking about Order
All right.
66.
So
I don't watch
This
it.
guy over here is asking
basically
about-
there was Jedi, you know what Jedis are?
Yeah.
And Sith, like the bad guys.
Yep.
With the red lightsabers.
Mhm.
There was a like they fight, they don't like
fight.
each other.
Right.
The clones were commissioned by the bad guys, but they didn't know that. So the Emperor ends up saying execute Order 66, which is the clones killing off all the Jedi.
Oh shit.
So like it's like all the clones turn, kill a Jedi, and then like the Jedi go into hiding, which lead into like episode 4, 5, 6, like the originals.
Yeah,
that's
ones
why
that
there's
you
only
watched.
like
That was the ones I watched.
yeah, there's only like Luke, Obi-Wan, and like that's basically it for
Ashoka.
Jedi, right?
For some reason, they just never mentioned it.
Yeah, well, they didn't think that far ahead.
Yeah, they
Right.
didn't know she was like. She didn't know she existed.
I'm excited for that show.
Also, every time they call her Master Skywalker, I'm like, well, not really though. Not really. He really wasn't though. you know?
Skywalker, what do we do? Pulls out lightsaber. So
Shit, he murdered those kids.
Oh,
He
okay.
murdered them all.
all honestly,
the,
like
the women and children too.
Oh, okay.
I recommend watching Rebels as well.
Rebels.
So the animations is like very different. It's very weird.
Okay.
But like at first I'm like I don't like this show, and then around like the end of season 2 they do a lot of stuff like they bring back like Vader and stuff. So like season 2 to like the finale is like insane too. So I definitely recommend watching.
When does that take place?
That's it's after Order. I think it's after Obi-Wan, and it's before Episode 4
What's like your favorite so far out of everything you've watched?
for Star Wars.
Yeah.
Episode 3 is like that's just a classic.
I know. I can't wait.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Like the episode 3 is the
Like the prequel. Like so if
Oh,
we're talking
okay,
like
yeah, yeah.
chronological, like it'd be Episode 3. So it's like Anakin turning to the dark side and like all that. Like that's just
I always see the clips of it.
where they're fighting over lava.
Oh, it's gonna
Yeah.
be so sick.
That's
I can't
such a
wait to-
great movie.
Can't wait to hear the sound, like the song.
But Clone Wars is also like, other than that, Wars,
Clone Wars is the show, right? Like
Yeah.
that's the animated show. Yeah. Okay.
that's other than like Episode 3. Like for shows wise, I would say Clone Wars. So
And that all ties in.
yeah, everything all ties in.
Yeah.
So
It seems like
I
so
give you the
much.
whole order right now.
Give me the whole order. Fuck it. Tell me right now.
So it's Episode 1 and 2, and then like you watch part of the Clone Wars. You watch Episode 3. You finish the Clone Wars, Bad Batch, and then it's like I think it's Rebels. Oh, no, it's Bad Batch, Obi-Wan, Rebels, Episode 4, 5, 6, Book of Boba Fett, Mandalorian season 1, 2, and 3, and then Ahsoka, and then like the.
Did you like the
79.
Mandalorian?
I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Season 3 was really good.
I watched the first like 3 original Star Wars because he told me to, and the first thing I said to him was like because I actually watched them all that day, remember? And the first thing I said to him was, I'm like, these are actually like well made.
They're
for,
good movies.
for like how
Old they were.
Yeah.
old they were.
Those are better than Episode 1 and 2.
Yeah.
One is like you need it for the story. The only good thing is like Darth Maul. That's the only. Good
That
thing
is the
about it.
only, and I like Qui-Gon.
Yeah, Qui-Gon's cool. Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
His character.
Oh.
Yeah.
What was he, a Jedi?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was Obi-Wan's master. Yeah.
Okay.
So Obi-Wan was his apprentice.
So then, like, they just pass it down, like all these
Yeah.
Jedi masters. Like, what considers you a Jedi master then?
You go through like
You go
your,
through the
your
trials.
Padawan. Yeah, you're a Padawan, which is like the apprentice.
Okay.
Pretty much.
The
And
Jedi
then-
learners.
Yeah, and then once like your like master like deems you ready, basically you do like these trials, and then you can become a Jedi, and then you can get your own Padawan. So like once, like I don't know if I should spoil it for him with like
Don't.
Qui-Gon.
No, just go ahead, spoil it. I don't give a fuck.
So Qui-Gon dies.
Okay.
Like Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
So Obi-Wan gets pretty much put as a master, and he like takes Anakin as his Padawan.
Okay.
So then episode
Obi-Wan takes. Okay, I'm following
Yeah.
along. That because now I'm understanding how like Anakin becomes
a Jedi
a
then-
Jedi, but becomes Vader.
Yeah.
Right, 'cause
So
through
episode 2 is like I liked it as a kid, Attack of the Clones, but like now looking back, it's not like the best.
It's
movie.
pretty cringe.
Yeah, but like it had some moments, and then like episode 3 is like when like Anakin really like transfers into Vader kind of deal.
Where he turns to the fucking dark side.
Oh, I also forgot the Solo movie and like Rogue One. Rogue One's a sick movie.
Rogue One's pretty
what's
tight.
Rogue One?
It's about like the people in like the fighter jets, basically.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's how they got the plans to the Death Star that led to its destruction.
Yeah, it leads right into episode 4. Like, you know at the start of like the first one you watched,
Yeah.
where like Vader's there with all the stormtroopers.
yeah.
Rogue One leads directly into that. Like where that finishes, that picks up.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So you see like a lot of Vader there too. Like it's pretty sick.
It's pretty tight. Yeah.
Who's like because you both watched it? Who's like your favorite character out of everyone that?
I love.
Are we
Darth
talking? Are we talking just the movies and shows or comics and
Sure.
books?
Maul. I'm not big into like the legends.
Okay,
and
then
comics
just do
and
the
stuff, so.
movies and shows.
Movies and shows. That's tough.
For like
Top 3. If you had to pick 3.
Obi-Wan, because he's baller to shit.
Mm-hmm.
Anakin before he turned to the dark,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna say Darth Maul because it was badass.
Yeah, I would definitely say Darth Maul. Like I want to get his lightsaber tattooed.
That'd be hard.
Yeah, I want to get it on my like.
What's his
arm.
saber look like?
It's like a double-sided one.
Oh, it's,
So
I know
blades
which
on
one. I
both
know what it's
sides,
on
yeah.
both
sides.
Yeah, okay.
Honestly, Ahsoka, she really grew on me as a character. I really like Ahsoka.
I still am not a huge fan, but she's
You end up
growing on
liking
me.
her a lot more near the end of the Clone Wars, and then like.
Oh, you dropped your fucking condoms.
I don't know. Actually, that's a hard one. I would say like probably Anakin or Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Anakin / Darth Vader.
Yeah, dude. I don't even. I'm like Darth Vader's.
sick.
He's been that guy.
Yeah,
He is the guy.
He's the guy.
Trust me. In between like Clone Wars and A New Hope, he does some shit. He does some
Yeah.
crazy shit,
Yeah.
like
What-
wild shit, like
when-
exterminating entire planets.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So like,
The Force.
was he? So when he before he became Darth Vader, like, was there actually some good in him?
Yeah.
At all? Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
just like
He was a Jedi.
the Emperor, like kind of like because the Emperor was hiding as like the Chancellor, so like
Palpatine.
yeah, so he kind of helped Anakin like turn to the dark side. He was like putting bad thoughts in his head and like making him like do bad things.
Mhm.
But apparently the Emperor's had this plan since like Anakin was a kid, so like he knew that this was gonna happen. This is what he wanted to happen.
As soon as he found out the Chosen One was found, he goes, "Oh my God! If I can make the Chosen One my Darth apprentice,
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he was making him like he was kind of like
seducing him to the dark
I
side."
was saying like not breeding him. It's like conditioning him. Like,
Oh,
yeah. So like ever since he was a kid, they basically just made him.
they just stuck in his head because he had.
Yeah.
Did he have family?
A mother.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
he
then
did
she
have
ended up. She was a slave, so was
Oh.
he. So like she ended up dying,
Yeah.
Fuck.
and
That
then
was-
he goes kills and like all the people that killed her.
Oh.
He
Not
goes
just
and-
the men.
Yeah, the women
Oh,
and the
the
children.
children.
Oh, wow.
it's a quote from the movie. And like
Oh,
Anakin
shit.
in the Clone Wars is I like Anakin because he's serious, but
Mhm.
like in the movies he's like a cranky little baby. He's super whiny,
Yeah.
but like it kind of makes sense because he's super like angry all the time. So
Well, I mean,
yeah,
I think there's some steps that took
yeah.
to that, but it's
Yeah.
it seems like they do pretty good then, like the whole Star Wars franchise.
I definitely recommend watching.
They
like,
do. It
all
was
of
like
it.
the third most
It was that third most thing.
profitable. franchise.
under Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Well, you're not gonna beat Mickey Mouse.
No one beats the
Pokemon's higher
mouse.
than both.
No one beats the
Pokemon beat
mouse.
the mouse.
Pokemon's beating the mouse because there's a lot of different kinds of mice.
You
Yeah,
can't.
there's a lot of mice in Pokemon. A lot of electric mice too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I
Damn.
definitely recommend watching it.
I got to take a look into it.
Watch
But,
the prequels at least. You don't gotta watch the shows. Just watch the first 3 movies.
I recommend watching the Clone Wars. If you like the movies, watch Clone Wars.
And how many seasons you said is there?
7.
7 seasons.
And then
Is that
4.
it though? That's
Yeah.
it.
And then Rebels has 4, Bad Batch has 2, Mandalorian 3.
Something I have to look into.
Yeah. I can give you a whole list.
Damn, dude.
I have it ready for when like I'm getting Liv to watch it with me. So.
Oh,
It's
okay.
on Disney Plus in
They do have
chronological
a list,
order.
Oh, is it actually?
Yeah.
Oh, they do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll tell you what order to watch in.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty dope. They do that too. I like that.
The only thing, like, I mean, it's just a little thing, but that's like if you're really deep into it, like you should watch like episode 3 before you finish Clone Wars. So you should almost finish Clone Wars, then watch the movie.
Yeah. When
and
do I do that?
then,
I
think like,
was actually gonna
I think
ask you this.
there's a arc with like Ahsoka with like these 2 girls. After you finish that arc, basically you go to like episode 3, you watch that, and then you finish the last like 5 episodes of Clone Wars. It's something like that.
Okay.
So I gotta look at it. There's a list that tells you exactly when
I'm
to.
gonna Google it.
Yeah.
You'll get the list, send to him. He's like, "This looks right. Does this
Yep.
look right?"
Does it look correct
fact
to you?
check it. I'll fact check it.
I'll fact check it. You're the Star Wars guy,
Not
man.
him.
I'm him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I want to buy a lightsaber.
Oh, dude.
I want to buy a lightsaber
expensive.
so bad. Oh, have you bought Jedi Survivor yet?
No, I didn't even finish Fallen Order.
It's so much better.
Yeah,
It's so much better than Fallen Order.
I've been playing a lot of Dark Souls.
Mhm.
I got the new Legend of Zelda, so
Mhm.
I've been playing that. Fortnite, Minecraft.
Just the essentials.
Yeah, Resident Evil 4 remake came out, so I
Yeah,
beat
no,
that,
that's
dude.
pretty
That was
tight.
sick. That was awesome. Maybe one day.
You should try it. I'm telling you, it's sick as fuck. There's new lightsaber stances.
Oh yeah,
It's fucking.
it's like Dark Souls but Star Wars.
It is. Yeah.
Oh, what's the game called?
Jedi Survivor.
Jedi Survivor. Is it the new that
Yeah.
just come out?
Yeah,
Came out
Fallen
like a
Order,
month
like
ago.
the first one came out a couple years ago.
Did you get it? Did you play it? Is that what you've
Survivor?
been playing?
That's what I've been playing. yeah.
Oh, that's when I see you playing the Star Wars thing. That's
Yep.
what you're playing.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Is it the story mode game?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'm about to do New Game Plus.
Nice.
What's
But-
new game plus?
That's where you restart the game with all the shit you got.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love when games do that.
Yeah, I know. So, last for Fallen Order, we had to wait like 6 months before they gave us New Game Plus. This one is right from the start. They give you New Game Plus. The only issue is there's a fucking quest line that's like bugged for bounty hunting. No one can get past like 11 out of 16 bounties. It's a fucking pain in the ass. And if you restart New Game Plus, none of the bounties just aren't there at all.
damn.
Maybe
So-
it'll be fixed for when you get there again.
It won't. I have to wait.
Out of that game, then that new one, what would you rate it out of 5 stars?
Out of 5, 4.5.
Is that
So they
good?
fixed that fucking glitch with the bounties.
I really want to get the new Diablo.
Yeah.
Diablo 4.
Diablo 4.
What's Diablo again?
It's like Dungeons and Dragons, but it's
Oh.
like a video game version of it.
Okay.
So it's like a top.
We actually had 2 guys come on the podcast talk about. There was actually a tattoo artist that has his own podcast dedicated to D&D.
I'm gonna be playing it in December with Liv's brother-in-law. He's
Oh.
inviting me with all of his buddies to go.
Oh,
play
and they
it.
play it like because this what was his name?
Justin Thorne.
Justin Thornhill. He said they go every Sunday. Every
Yeah.
Sunday at 2:00, and they just play for like 7 hours.
Well, Elliot, it was his first time playing it. Like Liv's brother-in-law. It was his first time playing it, so they just did like a day-long like campaign. But like they're gonna start doing like week-long ones where like every Saturday or something they go over for like a couple hours and play. So he invited me to go play with him and all his friends, which I feel really weird about. But he's like, you'll like them all. He also invited me golfing with all of his friends.
Have you ever golfed?
I used to go to the driving range as a kid.
I went to the driving range recently. I had fun. I had a good
I
time.
might go before I go golf with them, just so I have
Without me.
I went after work with some guy.
with some
Yes.
guy.
He's trying to teach me golf.
I wanted to bring you golfing.
You would actually go golfing with me? Would you actually go?
We have discussed this.
Would you go golfing?
A
with me?
hand. Yes.
Okay. No, this is something we could look into. You have your own clubs?
Yeah.
You righty?
Yeah.
Oh.
I have my own clubs.
Okay, good. I'm gonna have to bum them off you.
I might have 2 sets of clubs actually.
Oh my goodness, both right hand.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, we gotta look into
I
that.
used to golf every Wednesday.
Wait, for right hand, is it like where
Like
your
you
right
shoot-
arm's first?
It'd
Or-
be, I don't even.
Because I go.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
righty.
right.
You're righty. Yeah.
It's just whatever way you face.
Yeah. Yeah. It's whatever way you face. Yeah.
Mhm.
We should actually look into doing it.
Yeah.
We should. I want to hit a few more times. He said the guy I went
The
driving.
driving's pretty the easiest
Yeah,
part.
but these
He-
are just
he-
hitting balls. That's
Yeah.
what you're going for.
Well, he made me try all different like 9 irons, like
Mhm.
putting. Like he said, the best thing I did was the chip,
Yeah.
the chipping. He said, he goes, there's a lot of people that can't get the chip. He goes, I don't know how you got it.
See,
Buddy.
we should go mini golfing.
No.
Yes.
Never again.
Yes, we will.
I did mini golf for like 3 weekends in a row.
Okay, that's a
Never.
little bit too much. I
Yeah.
go like once every couple years.
Yeah, I know. I'm not
I mini
actively-
golf myself out for the rest of the decade. It's done.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
I'm not a big mini golf guy, but we should probably look into it. Maybe hit the driving range if you. Would you actually do it? Are you gonna
yeah.
go golfing with who's it? Her
Liv's
brother?
brother-in-law, Elliot.
You gonna
So- Yeah, he's been asking me to go for like a year now, and I just like,
go? Nah, give it a shot.
yeah, I'm like, well, I'm not good. He's like, just come drink with us.
RJ Brophy, I think golfs a good bit. Like he's been golfing with his girlfriend's family.
Oh, okay.
They golf. They go out on the weekends or whatever. There's every guy in my department at my work. They go every Saturday and Sunday morning.
Actually,
and then
wow.
during the week, like they'll go and play like 9 holes somewhere else.
They reserving times?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
well,
dude.
Yeah, you gotta for most part.
For
Like,
for most places, and they say it's like you have to be quick.
yeah.
Like it's like
Because there's people behind you.
yeah,
like,
there's
waiting
people
to go
behind you, so it's like you gotta actually be pretty fast.
through. Yeah, like Liv's dad went to like a golf tournament or something like recently, and he like there was a bunch of prizes to win, so he put like $60 or something in to win some prizes. He won an $800 smoker.
Damn.
So I'm excited to smoke some meats. I already told him like first time you're smoking meats, I want to be there. I gotta be there.
Want that invite?
Of course I'm gonna be there. I don't care if he doesn't want me there or not.
Yeah.
he already invited me. He's like, don't worry, you'll be here. And then So like, you know how there's like golf caddies, like people who carry your bags.
Yeah.
Like you could carry your bags, or like
They have
whatever.
like I know.
There's
what you're talking
automated ones, like robot ones, and he won. Like that was like the grand prize, and he won it.
about. What, just follows you?
Yeah, so like you could like control it yourself, or you could have it sent to the remote. So when it's
When
in
you
your pocket,
walk,
it just follows you.
That's actually
Yeah,
fucking badass.
it's expensive, and he won it for like $60.
Yeah, that's
They're
crazy.
like $5
Future.
grand each.
That is the future.
It's so cool. I want to see it. So we went to the backyard, and he had it follow him around. Like that's fucking awesome.
It's
Like,
badass.
yeah, I don't even golf, and I think that's awesome.
Yeah, man. But honestly, we should wrap this up.
Yeah.
Drake, I'm glad we finally got you on,
Yeah,
man.
for
This was
real,
a
man.
lot of
Yeah,
fun,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah,
This is
I'll be
a-
on again. Don't worry.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
We gotta
You
do it
will?
again.
Yeah, I will.
Did you
I
have
got
a good,
nothing else going on.
Did you have a good time?
Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun talking to you. We just talking, man.
I'm hungry now. We're talking about that.
Yeah,
shit,
well,
so, like,
we talking about
I
food
don't
for
even
a
know what time
while.
it is. So like, probably about dinner time for me.
It's
About 4:30, yeah.
Yeah, it's about dinner time for me.
Oh, about to eat.
3:30.
3:30. It's
Ah,
about
a
to be
little bit
3:30, but it's just after 3:30. But
I don't know what Liv's having for dinner. I'm gonna barrage her house and like give me food.
Hello.
Hello,
But-
I'm here. Feed me.
all right, let's get the fuck out of here, fellas. Goodbye, everyone.
Peace out.
See ya.
Just received in our newspaper.